I hope to be.
We live.
I need to sleep. Oh,
We
okay.
live.
Hi.
You said you need. Shut up.
Hi. You know how you switch it up? Oh, hi. Yeah.
Oh man, something wrong with you, yo. You said you.
Hi. Hi. You gotta stop.
Come on, yo. That's funny as I don't know what, yo. You said you
Oh,
switched.
geez. Hold on. Wait, wait.
Oh, oh man, we used to hit him with the
Hi.
answer the phone, and be like, "Hello, hello."
Hi.
Oh man. Oh wow, yo.
I was quick with it, wasn't I? Hi.
You
Oh,
switched up. We was just talking. You was like, "Hi,
God.
man." Yeah, we gonna get it going up in this piece, man. Let the people get up in this house real quick, man. Let them get up in here, man. I see Jody Breeze.
Hi, Jody.
Hey, man. Taj, what's up? Jamel, what's up? Yeah, we got a good one. We got a good program. We wanna. Well, they came from the beginning and now where the God Hapi dwells, huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Remember that one. That was a Dr. Ben favorite right there. Yeah, we just had a conversation, man. You know how we do. They came from the beginning to now. That's a Dr. Ben favorite right there.
Yep. What is it?
Mm-hmm. Foothills in the mountain and the moon.
That's what he's saying.
Yep, the foothills came from the foothills of the mountain of the moon. Oh,
I've
this is
definitely
crazy.
heard that. I've
Huh?
definitely heard that. If I heard
Yeah.
nothing else from Dr. Ben, I've heard that.
Yeah, we done heard that one. Yo. We used to say, what the hell? The Hobby Journal. Let me see. Here you go. Mountains of the Moon referred to. Yeah. What exactly was Dr. Ben talking about when he made that statement, Juju?
I think he was like
Black Panthers in the building.
talking
Be
about like
knowledge. What's going on?
the source of the now being
Rob Rich. From then till now is in the building. Piling up here. We got 14,000. Not enough to get no show started. We shut it down. Only 14 people come. We shut it down till they feel like coming. We make you we literally got to go live every day to keep it going, huh?
Yep.
Hey, you
Every-
know you got your show tomorrow too, right?
oh yeah, our galaxy and beyond. Our galaxy and beyond. That's not how I go. I'm just joking. Yeah, our Galaxy and Beyond with Anthony and Juju. With,
First we
um,
fly.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ain't
It-
no dinosaurs because they made it up to take your mind away from
oh
God.
my gosh. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm speechless because that was just, it was something else. I'm telling you. We're going to discuss, we're going to have a discussion about Mr. Lord Jamar. He called himself a flat tard. He said it.
Oh,
Um,
flat tard.
yeah.
That's funny, all right there. Man, we streaming over there too on the Raw Squad joint too.
Oh,
Raw
nice.
Squad Media. Gotta get the subscribers back up over there, get that going and get it live going. Get it
Okay.
going. Yeah. So, we don't want to act you crazy. We don't want to blame you, Juju. It's your fault.
I know. I'm okay with it though.
It's always your fault.
Don't bother me none. I'm still gonna laugh. I sleep
Yes.
good.
Yeah, you play too.
I know.
Definitely play too much.
Oh no. Sorry. Hi.
That's funny.
They said Lord is stupid. Oh Lord.
Media. Yeah, man. So let's get the people going up there, man. Let's get the rocking up there for man. that question was asked, so who would you vote for? Umar Johnson or what's it called?
I would have withheld my vote that year.
Hmm?
Oh, it was Umar Johnson or Trump.
Mm, Umar Johnson, son. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a crazy one, man. Come on, y'all.
yeah, that's crazy. Cream, come get your man's boy. Somebody call him. Let him know we coming.
Who you talking about?
Tell him Bobby Bengal want all the smoke. I'm just gonna get the fire started.
Oh
I'm
man.
just gonna get the fire started. You know, Professor Day done got at him drinking. Professor Day was sipping when he got at him.
Who got it? Who?
I got at Lord Jamar for
Oh
that
boy, he got.
same video.
Oh,
And then this I found it this dude is surgical. His name is the Birdman. Have you
yeah, I
seen him?
seen it. Somebody put in
Woo!
the thing. It was
The
funny. He ain't got a lot of
Birdman
views. He ain't
killed
had a lot.
it. But no, I like how he was surgical and how he broke things down and was very clear and concise. So I was like, oh yeah, yeah. I like the Birdman.
I know Dave beat him up though. Got slick with him. Dave
Dave
had him
was
looking crazy. Yeah,
Dave
Dave
was
don't play with.
ruthless.
Yeah,
The-
Dave
the-
gonna be ruthless on you. Like, is this how the
right.
black community is?
No, Dave didn't go that far.
I
He
know
was
I'm
just
playing. I know
like, yeah, he was just more like they're
that would have been
stupid.
far. Now that would have been
Yeah, yeah,
far.
yeah, yeah. We had to
Yeah,
cut. No,
that would have
we
been
ain't gonna cut
far.
Dave out. He's our friend. Dave been good
Yeah,
to us.
that would have been far.
Would have been far when I just say,
Is
"Hey,
that what the
Dave."
hell is going on in the black community? Is that what
Be
they
like,
teaching?
be like, "Hi, Dave. You okay?"
Remember Dave gave me them slides for the flat earth debate,
Mm,
remember?
that's what I'm saying. Dave's been good to us. He's been
Mm-hmm.
an
Uh-huh.
ally
Uh-huh.
on the side of scientific literacy. So Professor Dave.
Mm.
Yeah. But Birdman, I like. See, Dave was like, "Yo, I'm finna. Yeah, I just gotta handle you, right?" But what is it? The Birdman, he like, he gave a clinic on it. It was clean. You feel me? To the
Called
point.
him
Boop,
an
boop, boop, boop,
asshole.
boop. No, he called him.
Yeah, yo, actually did.
Who called him? A-hole?
Birdman. Like a nut or something. That was wild.
No, he says something funny. When
He
I
said
find
that
it,
and that. Said a couple things.
I might go on mute. But it was something at the beginning funny. He was like little flat tards or stuff. It was something funny. I was like, ah. He really was like, yeah, he
Mm.
really made them small. I think he was more disappointed in the sheer stupidity and for someone, to be having that type of platform. Like Lord Jamar is everywhere.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Or is it the Griff of the year? What is he
Yeah,
going
he's a
to
Griffith. Yeah, he definitely scamming.
Cause like where did it all of a sudden I ain't never seen it like this, just giving like broke and I need money. I don't know. And I'm gonna do this because that excites the people and
Think he was drinking or something. I don't know. Let's get this thing started, man. This
Mhm.
episode is brought to you by.
Hi, I'm Jill Waters, and I'm the creator of the Oasis for Teachers YouTube channel. I create content for teachers who are feeling burnt out and need a refreshing and rejuvenating. On my channel, you'll find self-care tips, inspiration, and professional development. So if you're feeling burnt out as a teacher, please come and join us.
Man, that's Gail Waters, man. Oasis, man. Look, make sure y'all like and subscribe our channel, man. Man, yeah, definitely a supporter, man. Make sure this thing go right, man. Shout out to Gail. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing started, man.
Body banger from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save. But back in the hood, he felt like a runaway slave. Started an army. not of guns but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer, Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds, never the same. God killer Bobby Banger on his path for the truth, empower the
Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I'm coming to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do what I got to do. Standing tall, standing strong. Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Bobby banging this bitch, man. What's good, Juju? What it do?
Hi.
What it do?
Hi. Hi. I'm doing good.
Oh, man. Well, you got to stop it. Bam. Juju be playing, yo. She be straight playing. All right, we in the game here, man. We trying to stay away. What's on your mind, Juju? And when the show coming? What's up?
I will join us tomorrow night around 10 o'clock. I'll put a post out. I haven't figured out yet, but I think it's 10. That's when we start off. You know how we do it. We be winging it. But yeah, I think we're gonna what I say, the break is over, pseudo killers. So our Galaxy and Beyond with Anthony and Juju will be back. Barrick will be in the house also assisting us. And yeah, all eyes on, Flat Tart Lord Jamar. Hey. Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. Should be fun. Yeah, the song. Mm-hmm.
So what did you say what y'all gonna be talking about tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Missed all.
Flat Earth. I said
man.
Lord Jamar. We're gonna be talking about Lord Jamar. You feel me?
Yeah, get him out the game early.
Yeah.
Get him out the game early, man. Let's start this off with a clip, man. One of our favorite teachers, Samantha Kiata, man.
Mhm. Definitely.
I don't think nobody actually understands him for real.
They've been misusing his work for 20 years.
For 20 years. Crazy.
Been a
Craziest
long
thing ever.
time.
Been a long time. I must absolutely say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I must absolutely say. All righty. Here we go, Mr. Samantha. Am I saying it right?
Shamarka Omar.
Shamaka.
Omar Yaya Kiata. Just Shamarka
Oh, you
Kiata.
say all that?
Yeah,
Shamaka.
that's what soy
Kiata.
stand for.
Shamaka.
Shamarka Omar Yaya Kiata. That's what it
Okay,
says.
he was on the SAR show, man. Let's hear what the great teacher guy say right here, man. He's definitely a great one right here, man. Bioanthropologist, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure I got the settings right on here. Mess it up. See what he got to say. Let me mute out. Give me the signal if you can't hear me. If you can't hear
Yes, sir. I got you. I'm paying attention.
If there had been a simple
Clear.
conquest of the South, of the North by the South, then the later dynastic Northern crania as biological markers should be more like Southerners. They should be clustering with Southerners instead they sort of spread out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the South did not swamp the North. The North came to the South probably because of opportunities or whatever, however you want to express that. The political emerging centers of social complexity were down there, and so you get overlap. And so I showed that in some data. I actually used somebody else's data for the most part. I used some of my own, but I actually reverse engineered somebody else's work. I don't know if they're gonna like that or not, but I took their work and kind of rearranged it and showed how, well, look, if you look at this way, which is always good when you can use other people's work to make a point. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on.
He wanted to get him out of there quick with that, didn't he? Oh, well, it's time to go. Oh, man. That man just said, did he just say that? So you heard him, man. He said if it would have been evidence that the South, like, I want to play it back again, Gigi.
Play it one more time. It's
One more
always
time.
good.
And we'll get that right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to get it wrong because I don't want him to step to me.
Oh, right.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. You got that wrong, buddy. Probably did. All right, let me get over here. All right, here we go.
It had been a simple conquest of the South, of the North by the South, then the later dynastic Northern crania as biological markers should be more like Southerners. They should be clustering with Southerners. Instead, they're sort of spread out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the South did not swamp the North. The North came to the South probably because of opportunities or whatever, however you want to express that. The political emerging centers of social complexity were down there, and so you get overlap. And so I showed that in some data. I actually used somebody else's data for the most part. I used some of my own, but I actually reverse engineered somebody else's work. I don't know if they're gonna like that or not, but I took their work and kind of rearranged it and showed how, well, look.
Definitely honest.
Yeah. He said the social political system was in the South too. He said that.
He
said
did.
that population didn't it wasn't that overrunning the population and all that. Interesting there. So, what does that have to do with they came from the beginning of the night? Well, we always say that the Egyptians. Well, we didn't say it. Dr. Ben said. He said we. Let me put his statements up here real quick, because this is exactly what he said. Just find his words. Just a regular website. Let's see where, according to African historian Dr. Ben Yohanan, ancient Egyptians clearly defined their African origins in the papyrus of Hanefa. Yep, I remember like it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Think he said in upstate New York somewhere. It said we came that the upstate New York in a museum. I can't quite remember what museum it was. Let's see what college upstate New York. Let's see. Anyway, he said we came from the beginning of the Nile, where the god Hapi dwells, at the foothills of the mountain of the moon. We all heard that right there. Yep. So we know this wasn't an Egyptian record. We now know that. Okay. All right. But let's see if we can find a place like that, though, Juju. What do you think? Right. Let's find a source of this claim. I think we can find the source of this claim.
I think so. You got it from somewhere.
Got it from somewhere. All right. No, he didn't. Shalembe, pseudo killer official, was good. I see you, Mr. Raymond.
Chillin' boy.
Yeah. Lamar Pope. I see Preem get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. All right. So let's get that first source up real quick. Let's get it going. Get in here and get it out. Let's come with Encyclopedia Britannica, right?
Oh.
Not my sleeves, presto.
Okay. Let me get there.
Where is it? All right. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna share it. Man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. We want to make sure we keep some content going good, man. Keep it going, keep y'all fresh, man. know what I'm saying? All right, so we got an interesting source here from Botanica. You got yours ready, Juju?
Okay, yep.
But they ain't got nothing but commercials all over the place.
They're
Botanica ain't playing.
everywhere.
They gonna get their money.
Everywhere.
They gonna trick you into God dang.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Let's find out where this legendary statement actually comes from.
So, yeah, this is gonna be fun. In 25 BCE, the Greeks geographer Strabo and a Roman governor of Egypt, Aurelius Gallus, also explored the Nile as far as the first cataract. So they were already all the way down in Aswan. Um, a Roman expedition to find the source of the Nile that took place in 66 CE during the reign of the Emperor Nero was impeded by the Al Sud, and the attempt was therefore abandoned. Ptolemy, the Greek astronomer and geographer who lived in Alexandria, wrote in 150 CE that the White Nile originated in the high, snow covered mountains of the moon, since identified with the Rwenzori range.
Mountains of the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Since identified.
Snow covered.
Yeah, so that's why I probably like the moon or something like that. Snow covered. That's interesting right there. Mm-hmm.
Or maybe just the moon looks pronounced over it.
No, I think it's based off this way the snow caps actually look like.
Look like the moon on the mountain?
No, like when you're looking up
Mm-hmm.
and the snow might have resembled like a moon looking.
Yeah.
Surface
Yeah,
like.
yeah. I got you.
Shaking off.
That's interesting.
Uganda too. Huh. Is that not Uganda?
Where you at?
See? Oh, hold on, let me show you. See?
Oh yeah.
Well,
that is Uganda and the Congo. That's what it says.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting spot right there, huh?
Yeah.
So that's where the moon is, the mountain of the moon, huh? Well, you know, Dr. Ben say where the god Hapi dwells in Uganda, right? Okay, that's interesting there. Okay, we cooking.
That one would have been way down
man,
south.
that's way down south. Let me read this. You don't have this one. It's called People, Water, and Grain. Beginning of domestication in the Sahara and Nile Valley. On page 13, it says, in fact, the Nile Valley was a real connecting link between the Near East and North African coast. Furthermore, in its southern section, it was also a communications with the area of the Great Lakes, Victoria, Edwin, Cantana. It says, which witnesses the flourishing of culture adapted to the exploration of aquatic resources from at least 20,000 BP. So you had some communications down there. I suspect, Juju, that the Egyptians knew about the White Nile down there. Okay. Sure they did. I'm not certain if they went down there, but if we looked at a map, you could actually see Punt. So this is where we know they went at. Let's see. World map, right? Want to do the world map? No, map of Africa. Let me get right here. Map of Africa, right? We get the map of Africa real quick. Let's see. See if we can get a nice colorful map here for y'all. See if I can get it. Yeah, this is a colorful map right here. You said you?
I do.
All right. Gigi funny as I don't know what, boy. All right. So. Yeah. It's Egypt, right?
Yeah.
Ghana's all the way down there, right?
Yeah.
So we know for sure the Nubians would have understood down here. Khartoum. Start getting all the way down here. Khartoum.
Right.
Probably need a Nubian Sudan map, right? All right.
I mean,
Utria. So do we think Utria would be where they went and Punt? Where was the land of Punt at? The land of Punt, I think, would
this
be
is the
Somali,
limit
right? Somali.
between somewhere in there. I think it was
Somali. Somewhere
between.
they think land of Punt, probably in Somali, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they took the Red Sea all the way down here. I want you to know that the Egyptians also could break their boats down too. They had some boats they could actually put together. So we know they went past the fourth cataract. They at least went past the fourth cataract, and they knew about Khartoum in those areas. They knew
Wow.
that,
Yep.
and they would have known. I think they physically could have went there, right? I think there's some evidence of that. But outside of that, it would have been like intermediaries, like Nubians and stuff like that, right? Because the Nubians kind of had their inner trade, right, with certain parts of Africa.
Correct.
And the trait, right? And
Mhm.
so they through communications, they would have known about that. But I think they probably understood maybe all the way down to the fourth cataract, Khartoum, in those areas. I think they definitely would have visited that. But as far as going any farther than that, I don't think so. But they do call it the land of the gods, though. How about that? Mythical place, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they do call it that, the land of the gods. Now, I'm saying the land of gods. I think it was resources. Yeah, I think it was resources, the land of resources.
That
Because you're
makes
talking about untapped resources at this point.
right.
The symbol for nature is a flag. All right. And so, you know, there's Greeks, there's people that decipher meta nature. Some say gods, right? Nature, okay. Some say resources, nature, right? And you know, I just would tend to think based off the rendering of that flag. Some say it was a hatchet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or axe handle, but I think they settled on a flag. We could probably look that up right there. But you know, for my research, okay, let's say it's a flag, and that flag will mark resources, different areas, right? And let's see, we don't gotta guess it, do we? We don't gotta guess.
No, you can look
But
it up.
let me see. So I want to figure it out. Let's see if um I'm gonna come right to the summary, Juju. We don't gotta read all that. We just get the summary. See the summary right here? Let's get the summary for a minute.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
The Egyptians likely knew about the blue and white Nile through trade, exploration, and cultural exchanges facilitated by Nubians and other intermediaries. While they may not have directly ventured extensively into these regions, their interactions with the Upper Nile regions extended their influence and knowledge into these critical areas of the Nile system.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Interesting
plot
there.
thickens.
Mm-hmm. Religion and mythological depictions. Go ahead, read that.
Um, the Nile sources were often mythologized as ema- emanating from a divine origin in the land of the gods. This likely refers to areas around the confluence of the blue and white Nile of further upstream.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mythologized.
Yeah, so to do myth, like the land of the gods, that's where the gods, you know, the gods dwell,
Right, right, right.
right? And so maybe this is where I believe that to be what Tar Seti, right?
I
Let's see.
think.
I think we can get the word for it. Interaction with Nubians, exploration, trade. Go ahead. Exploration and trade. Let's see what it is. Awareness of the white and blue Nile. Okay. All right, go right here. Let's see. Go ahead, you.
Awareness of the white and blue Nile. Ancient Egyptians were aware of the sources of the Nile, as evidenced by their references to mystical lands far to the south, such as Punt, often associated with the Horn of Africa, and Ta-Netcher, land of the gods.
Yeah, Tarnecha,
Mm-hmm.
land of the gods.
Ta-Mary, Ta-Seti, Ta-Netcher.
Uh, interesting. That's punt, right? All right, go ahead.
Sure. That's punt. The Blue Nile originates in the Ethiopian highlands, and the White Nile source lies in the Great Lakes region of Central Africa. These areas were part of their broader geographical understanding, even if not always directly explored. Be
Mhm.
scary. Exploratory and trade expeditions. Egyptians conducted expeditions to regions south of Nubia, which would have brought them close to areas where the blue and white Nile converged near modern Khartoum. The journey to Punt, often associated with modern Eritrea, Ethiopia, or Somalia, indicates some interaction with regions connected to the Blue Nile system.
So you had a lot of resources down here.
Right. I knew
Untapped.
yeah,
Mhm.
Punt was an intersection of like those different places that I do
A lot of
remember.
stuff down there. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of resources down there.
Yeah, trading too, right?
Right. So it's about commerce and trade,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what I'm just showing y'all they interactions with inner Africa for real, right? And although the statement might not be true that the Egyptians came from the beginning to now, right? That statement might not be true. Okay. But what we will say is this is proven that they definitely had interactions with inner Africa. All right. Africa is all around them. And I think that's important. A lot of times we put, emphasis on the Middle East, right? Middle Eastern aspects of it. We put
Mm-hmm.
emphasis on Mediterranean, all right? Everything. But before they even had a ship to navigate the oceans, the sea, Mediterranean Sea, right? They would have had contact with their neighbors. All right. And we say this all the time, Juju. We say, well, the Mediterranean was forged from people in Western Asia and people from the Nile Valley. And those two groups
Correct.
communicate with each other, form what you would later on call the Mediterranean. I
That's
think that's
correct.
important. And
Yep.
we can source that, and that's right there for that. That's right there for us to all understand that. We don't gotta lie, we don't gotta cheat, we don't
Nope.
gotta make up nothing, we don't gotta do none of that, right? Because it is what it is. But no one looks at the Mediterranean as that. People look at the Mediterranean as like it's like a place where first of all they claim the Egyptians came from. Then in today's world, you hear people fighting against Black Egypt. They have fight against Black Egypt with the whole Mediterranean piece, and everybody mischaracterizing it, and people fighting for Black Egypt make that a place of foreigners. It's just the most wildest conversation ever. Okay, so we just like to put brakes on the conversation. So when you say Mediterranean, there's some groups that came together, specifically an African group, right, and a group from Western Asia that communicated with each other. You may know it as Mesopotamia, right, Sumer. They communicated and they traded goods and products with each other, and they start that trade there, and it becomes important. You can go to Tune 100, and I'm thinking that might be a glimpse. You familiar with Tune 100, Juju? Ever heard that before? Disappeared. See if I can get there. See if I can get to 10100. Let's see what 10100 is. Ladies and gentlemen, restoration display of the oldest known mural discovered. Let's see.
Tune 100. I've been talking on mute for the last minute and a half. God. Jeez.
Minute and a half to do.
Looking at the
Minute and a
ceiling.
half to do. Looking at the
Lord.
ceiling.
Tripping. Tune 100. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, let's get some. Okay, y'all can see the 10100. Okay, the restoration. This is on the fly right here. Most people don't even know about 100. Education. Let's see. Children. Nah, about collection.
I think you brung this out before though.
Yeah, years ago.
Not too long ago.
I ain't bro.
It ain't been recent, but it ain't been too
See
restoration
that?
activities.
No.
Oldest known mural painting from pre-dynastic tomb from the side of Hera Canopolis.
Trying to
Hmm.
read that.
Yeah, I am trying to read it.
Why not can we
Tower
get? Let's
Canop.
see. So there you go. You see it right there, right? See it?
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah, they trying to play all the dark figures. They trying to paint them white. Y'all know
Oh, stop.
that.
This team got animals and stuff in it, though.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So this is pre-dynastic. Ooh.
Yeah, man. I wonder, can we
Okay.
get a? Let's see, history. Is it the history? What, the museum? Archives? Where's the collection? Masterpieces? Timeline? Let's see. You know, we always come across the best daggone websites, yo. Hold on.
Oh, that's a good
I
website.
always use museum websites. That's my whole point.
Yeah.
Use the daggone museums, man.
They got the good stuff.
I know, yo. Yeah, they took it all.
This is a good site.
Took me gold. I would have found a Trim 100. Let me see.
Well, I got that solid gold mask.
Oh
Never
boy.
heard of
Dang
it.
it. Mhm.
They
Trying
have
to get the Trim 100. I want to show y'all something. There's a real interesting naval battle going on. And the South. Hold on. No, this ain't gonna be able to do this. To fight this one, Juju.
I could have sworn you brought this out. It was a while ago.
Yeah, I have. Oh, definitely have. I thought that was it. No, definitely have. Hold on. Yeah, because there's, I like I thought always felt like 2 and 100 was a real good. All right, 200.
Delicious.
Believe it to be the oldest. The oldest. What's funny?
I'm talking. You remember?
Remember who?
Remember what we was doing in the Discord?
What? I remember what you was doing. I don't remember doing nothing. All I seen was caramel. I was like, what? Let me get out of here. What? I don't know. I didn't even get into it. I was like, what? Let me just get out of
So
that.
buttery salted caramel.
Yeah, I was like, man.
Berg's delicious. What was you, Sosa? It was like descriptions. He was in a candy store dessert shop.
What? Who?
If he was in a candy store dessert shop.
If who was in a candy store?
Just like a kid. It's like
And?
it's
Okay.
totally PG. But it's just like if people slide it over to the left, just a nudge.
Yeah, I was in the left. I slid it and I'm like, what? I say, man.
That's funny. But I guess that's the humor in it. Like, that sounds like keep it PG. We was tripping last night. I must have been
Y'all
bored.
was all the way up in the game. Y'all
And I was wide awoke. I don't know.
Yeah, I peeped in and you was going at it 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, boy, hyper for no reason. Like, I don't need nothing. Shoot, natural juju is enough. What you talking about? Hijack.
Yeah, you was all the way in there.
You right. You ran. It was funny. I was like, what if all the guys got these names and changed their names to this, and then they commented? And if you read through the comments, it would have been just hilarious. I could be doing little games like that. Vivid imagination.
Here's another good picture of 2 and 100. All right. Now you're seeing the restoration of it. All right. Let me show y'all the.
Egypt wasn't playing, bro.
It's not even Egypt yet.
No. No, it ain't. But I'm just saying, all up and through and down there is everywhere.
See these boats and stuff already.
I was the one that was in the south, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down there.
Good. Can you see that?
Give me a minute. Let me enlarge my screen. Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It says, for the past year, I've been working for the British Museum as part of the EU project transforming the Egyptian Museum, Cairo, on the conservation of the wall painting from Tomb 100 of Her- Heracleopolis,
Mm-hmm.
dating from 4000 to 2960 BC. It is the earliest known Egyptian wall painting. The surviving backed fragments of the painting are now at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Hmm. No, I was there. Do I remember that? That
Did you see it?
museum, that museum is so big.
Oh
I ain't
yeah.
gonna lie. I was exhausted by the time we got to that
Mm-hmm.
museum.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I half did it. I tried to just take pictures and stuff, but I was like not focused. I wanted to sleep. I was done. My body was done. I pushed it.
Oh, you said you was done.
Yeah, I had to chill. I walked around a couple times real fast and then sat, sat my ass down. I was done.
Go stick a forky out the game with that, huh?
I was out the game. Was
It's
done.
totally out the game. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's Tune 100. Now, the significance of Tune 100. Why is the Tune 100 important? Let's talk about it.
Did you give me a list? You're supposed to give me a list.
I
I thought
gave you a list. I didn't
somebody
have that
gave me
on there,
a list.
huh?
Okay, you didn't. It'll be on my. I'll remember. It'll be on my next list to get that.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go one more time. Just one more. Just one
Mm-hmm.
more.
Yep. All right, so the tune here, we can get a couple pictures right here from it. All right. Okay, importance, interpretation. All right. Okay, we come right here. We got you. All right. I want y'all to see the vivid pictures right here. Okay. Take a look at some of these pictures here and figure out what the significance of it is. Here we go. All righty. Tune 100. Couple of pictures.
They're on
Oh,
boats, right?
yeah, they both. That's the
Oh,
restoration,
yeah, I
though, for
do
sure.
remember this.
All right. We seen this. It's a good
Mm-hmm.
source. Kyra, I gave y'all that source. All right. Details of tune painting.
They're going to trade. I
Pretty
remember
short.
this.
It's a naval battle.
Oh, it's a battle. Okay.
All right. Well, let's see what it is. All right. That's UCLA website, Tune 100. Y'all can go there. All right. Back to that museum again.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's see what it is, Juju. Let's see what the significance of it is. Discover it. All right. Features mural painting, boats, mural painting depicting various scenes, including what? Go ahead.
Scenes including boats, illustration of reed boats, some carrying human figures, suggest the importance of riverine activities and possibly ceremonial processions. Human figures, depictions of individuals in dynamic poses, including a notable smithing scene where a figure wields a mace against captives, an early representation of pharaonic power. Animals, various animals such as ostriches. I don't know that one.
What?
Ibex.
Ibix. Mm-hmm.
Where you at,
Ibixes.
Sosa? And lionesses are portrayed, indicating their symbolic significance in pre-dynastic iconography. Interpretations, the iconography suggests themes of power, ritual, and possibly cosmological beliefs. The smithing scene is particularly significant as it prefigures later pharaonic depictions of kings asserting dominance over enemies, indicating early expressions of rulership and authority. Ostriches.
Significance. What did it say?
I'm sorry. Tomb 100 provides crucial insights into the socio political and religious landscape of pre dynastic Egypt. The themes depicted in its murals reflect early developments in state formation, religious practices, and artistic conventions that will later become central to ancient Egyptian. The end.
Oh, I'll cut you off.
Hell yeah.
I thought you was finished. Egyptian civilization.
Civilization, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I ain't cut
Everybody
you
can
off.
fill in the blank.
I thought you had the Wishman Common memory, the photographic memory. Yeah, this is always one of my favorite websites. I'm gonna get this to y'all.
Peace,
UCLA, right?
Cameron. Mhm.
We never gotta sit around and make it up. What's going on, Logic? We never gotta sit around and make it up. All right.
Nope. Einstein said, why remember things you could look up?
Huh?
Because you know, if you look them up, you'll get them correct instead of trying to do it by memory.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, it's good to work your muscles, though. You know what I'm saying?
It is, but I guess you know when you're like doing all these crazy equations, your muscle needs a break. Or you burn out.
You say, oh, what?
Your brain, it needs a break or it burns out, right? He was trying to like crack the code. Einstein.
You said
Yeah.
crack the code.
Yeah, on science. You feel me? He's trying to get it
Crack
together.
the code. Crack the
Yeah, he did that.
code.
All right, Tune 100. I won't forget. That's
Yeah, you
pretty
won't
dope.
forget Tune 100.
I
That's how we say that? Hierarchopoulos. Hierarchopoulos. I'm saying that
You
right.
gotta pull it up. I
Hera,
gotta look at it.
the
Heracanopoulos.
Hierarchopoulos.
That's
Right?
how I said Hera.
That's near Edfu. I know. I thought that's between Edfu, Luxor, between Luxor and Edfu.
I know
And
where
then you
them
got
are.
then you got Aswan.
Yep.
I just wanted to show y'all something that's in the southern portion, the southerly portion of the world.
You know, there's a lot we didn't go to.
Because he mentioned it in the video, right? Talked about some political aspects of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to show y'all something. That way we don't gotta sit here and make it up. You get it? I just wanted to show
Got
you.
it. Right.
Now that's far away from the beginning of the mountain of the daggone moons, right? But
yeah,
but you got some political aspects of it coming from the south, so you should be able to show that.
Yeah, that's
early
good.
and
That's
early
good.
art, real stuff, right? I just wanted to show y'all. Snuck it up on y'all. Y'all ain't know I was going there. Snuck you.
Source stuff.
Yeah, I saw stuff and snuck you. That's how you just stick it.
Source stuff.
You don't tell them. If you tell them, yo, they're gonna be, oh, yo, you always trying to do that. I ain't trying to do nothing, bro. I'm just
just go ta-da.
Yeah, I just want to show you the map. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, that's in the wrong daggone. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen, y'all. Hold on. You get on the real map here. It's one of them easy nights. We ain't cut somebody out tonight.
Okay, now this I brought up a map too.
Yeah, that's one right there. Oh, you brought up a map too?
Yeah, of like
you see
the
that?
countries in the
You see
now.
this?
I can. Let me
That's F food. Y'all see that? That's F food.
food.
F food. That's one.
Yeah, it's right at Aswan. We were there.
Somewhere in here.
I remember going there. Yep. Luxor. Nah, we weren't at that food. We passed it.
Y'all was down here.
We were in Luxor and then we flew to Aswan.
Now I'm loving this map right here, so we can see. So we know for sure that they travel somewhere down in here. Am I correct?
No, the Nile's right here. It's going through city.
I know where the Nile at. I'm saying, but they went to.
Oh, yeah. They definitely. I mean, they definitely traveling on the coast.
I know. Here go Ethiopia. Since nobody actually understands geography,
so
that's Ethiopia. See.
So Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Somalia.
Eritrea, So this would have been the land
Oh,
of
it was
Punt,
in
somewhere in here. They're not sure which
correct.
one. They think it might have been Utria based off the isotopes and the baboons they found, but it's somewhere here. And look right here, that's Khartoum. Remember
Yeah.
I told you they knew about Khartoum, right?
Oh, that's proximity right there.
They're going to split it now right there. So look, they're going to now look.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. That's down past Fourth Cataract. All right. All right. And you know, I've always showed you my favorite map. You say don't break it out.
Go ahead. Archaeological survey. Go ahead and pull
My
it out.
favorite map.
I
Where is
like
it?
that map. That map tells you a lot.
No, and it saved me because people tried to call me crazy. Remember that? Uncle's
Yeah, boy.
trying to.
They
He
really
trying to.
did.
Remember that? He trying
Yeah,
to
they
say the
did.
Egyptians came from West Africa. What was it
Sure
called?
did.
What was it called, Juju? Let me see. What
The
was it called?
archaeological survey.
Yeah, hold on.
That's the W guy.
I'm just gonna go right here. Maury signed in. Where's the daggone bookmark at? I'm gonna try to do it the easy way. Don't worry about it.
I can't do it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Cooper. No, his name is Cooper. Cooper. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me see. Damn, how do I get you my daggone? Damn. Okay. Bookmark. I don't want book. What? Is that the only bookmark? Alerts, save, searches. Oh. None? They just wiped it out? Man.
What happened?
Nuh-uh. Don't worry about it. Can you see it?
I can see the map.
Oh.
The map's still up.
That's good. And learn some geography, right?
Yeah, we know where Pun is. Where would they say they might think it is?
Green's hair. Holocene. Let's see.
When something.
Rainfall. No. Rain climate. Here you go. Yeah, climate occupation. That's what it is.
Wingrove. Wingrove?
No.
That's
I said the name. I already gave you the name.
No.
I said Cooper. Cooper and Stephen. Right here.
Oh.
Right here. See? Cooper.
Yeah,
Cooper.
you're right.
Stephen. All right. Favorite map. Here you go.
The dots.
The dots. Remember that? Saved me, yo, because they was all acting like I was doing making
There's
up
nobody
like
there and all that stuff.
All, yeah, but they was acting like I was talking about any other place but this. Remember?
Oh yeah. You was like,
Remember?
that's Egypt though.
Yeah, like nobody actually knew this was Egypt.
You was like, that's Egypt though. That's
nobody actually. I was like, y'all didn't know this was Egypt? What the hell y'all thought it was?
All that.
Remember that?
Did it tell you where Napa Playa is?
I'll get me down. Yeah, they got a whole list.
Map, but
man, they got a whole list of all the stuff. Come
Napa
on,
Playa
man.
is like right in this area. It's like so people been there for ages. You feel me?
This is down. This is down here, all the way down the bottom. See the red dots at the bottom?
Yep.
So I just wanted to show y'all how certain areas,
the Punt area,
they stay greener for longer. Let me see.
Yeah.
Like
environment,
like right here, all the way over 5,000 feet. They was good. They was still good.
See? Yeah, they was.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the confluence, right? Right all the way over there. That's the Red Sea over there. Y'all see it. Learn your daggone maps, man.
Archaeological surveys, you mean?
And so they cluster together right here, 8,000. So 8,000, they all in these areas right here, clustering real heavy.
Yeah, they were.
And we gave the reasons why during these greening periods, it wasn't a whole lot of people living there because the daggone river is overflowing, crazy overflowing. And for millions of years, it was spewing what? Juju, what was the river spewing for millions of years?
Water.
Not only water, what was the water bringing out of it?
The
What color
Nile
was the silk?
the black silk, the vitamin silk.
Ladies and bitumen. Remember they tried to con us with the bitumen, yo?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, they tried to con us with the bitumen.
The gunk.
Then you got crazy people saying Uncle's trying to say they came out of the Green Sahara. Who was that? That was that was Wishmancom crazy ass. Who's
Wop,
still yeah,
Wop,
Fetty
Wop
Wop.
Murray.
Yeah, nut.
Wop
Straight
Murray.
nut. Yeah, Fetty nut, Wop, nut.
Murray.
Crazy. I was like, bro, it's Egypt, bro.
No,
I
but
mean, no
he
matter
was
what I said, though. Wadi sore. Look, Wadi sore. Remember this?
yeah, Wadi Sora. Yeah, I remember
Look,
that name.
Look, Wadi sore. Let me
Wadi
show y'all
Sora.
something. Wadi sore. Let me show y'all Wadi sore. Look, Wadi sore. Look, the whole book couldn't have never been talking about any.
Pull up,
Never
man.
been talking about nothing else but this. The Cave of Beasts,
Yeah, the
all
Wadi
that, the rock art. What the hell they thought I was talking about that?
Cave of Beast rock art.
Where they thought I was talking about this stuff from?
Right in Egypt.
I was talking about it my fault. I thought y'all knew. Don't hate me. Hate the game.
We were talking about Egypt.
Gift Gabal, like Gift Gabal
Yep.
Plateau. Look,
Yep.
see. Yeah, remember that? I said,
That's
yo,
a dope book.
that's a super dope book. I said, then I got slick with him. Remember, Juju?
Are you an Egyptomaniac, Bobby?
No, I'm a correct all of your ass maniac.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a correct all of them. Look, Wadi Sur. Remember I said the word Wadi Sur, right?
Yeah.
Can you see it on here? Oh, hold on.
It's in the middle.
No, look at the color. It's orange.
Wait. Okay, I see it.
See?
Cave of Beast.
Is that that's
Yep.
in Egypt, ain't it?
It's in Egypt.
Yeah.
It's right on the dang, that's not far from Napa Playa, I think.
Not the you got Abu Balas. We ain't get what's Abu Balas? That okay. Abu Balas is where you find the donkey trade. And the donkey trade goes into where? Chad talked about that 20 years ago. Y'all don't believe me. I ain't never had to make up nothing, G. I was always the person that loved the rock art, right?
Definitely.
I knew I was gonna need it one day, and I knew it could
you know
save
that
me.
wavy line, dotted line.
I know it could save my pottery. I know it could save me. When I was in the middle of a wild conversation about a bunch of wild guys, I knew, right? I knew that as long as I had this type of shit, they was never gonna win. Hey, I use the Wikipedia. I'm gonna help y'all out with the Wikipedia article. Look, I'm gonna give y'all the Wikipedia article.
Start us with training wheels.
Yeah, the training wheel. Hey, we do the Wikipedia article for y'all. Abu Balas. Shown within Egypt. Oh, okay.
Abu Balas.
Yeah. Look. Oh, see? Pottery. That's why we study pottery. See? Abu Balas.
It's just laying in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Chilling.
Let me see the trail.
Craving of a Bowman. I saw that.
Abu Balas.
What's the rock? So they saw Pottery Hill. Oh. Consists of 2 isolated sandstone cone. Egyptian pottery. You want me to read that out loud? That's interesting.
Go ahead.
Abu Balas, the Pottery Hill, is an archaeological site in the Libyan desert of Egypt. It lies about 200 kilometers, 120 miles southwest of the Dakhla Oasis, and consists of 2 isolated sandstone cones in the otherwise flat desert. Both hills are covered with Egyptian pottery. These vessels were at the beginning of the 20th century often well preserved, but are today, due to modern tourism, very, scroll down, very, you've already looked into the next thing, very much destroyed. The site was discovered in 1918 and 1923 More recent research was undertaken in the last years. So that's the geographical
But I
location.
said
Abu Balus
trails though, didn't I? I called the donkey trail. Where
Trail.
we at?
Abu
Now,
Balus Trails. Go.
go.
The name, the nature of this site remained for a long time mysterious. More recent research has shown that the site was a station on an ancient desert road called Abu Balus Trails that connected the Dakhla Oasis with the Gilf Kabar and the Jebel Oanat. Some researchers maintain that Abu Balus was a milestone of an ancient Egyptian trade route into Central Africa
Mm.
or for prospecting minerals. The place was installed in the late Old Kingdom or early First Intermediate period when some authorities decided to arrange supply depots on a track in the desert. Ooh, okay, okay. I remember this. Abu Balus was one of the largest. Besides the pottery there were discovered some rock carvings, stone tools, and even a sonnet game. We know what that is. Sonnet game board engraved on a stone. There are no water sources nearby. Evidently, all water and food was brought here from the Dakla oasis with donkeys. Most likely, people lived here only for short periods of time. The desert road was mainly in use at the end of the Old Kingdom and to a lesser extent in the Second Intermediate period and in the New Kingdom. Abu Balus Trail, the Donkey Trail. From Egypt to Central Africa, huh? They had to bring
Where,
their own food and drink. They said that's
where was you reading that at? Oh, right here with donkeys. Yep.
they
See,
had to bring your own bottle. B.O.B. BYOB, huh?
so
And
now I
food.
say with donkeys. I said all that right.
You did.
You know the donkey is indigenous to Egypt too, right? Africa, right?
Interesting.
Hmm. Yeah. Now, where I'm trying to pull y'all at real
And
quick.
fried chicken.
Huh? You said what?
And fried chicken. I'm just being
Oh man, yeah, you wild though.
uh
You went to the fried chicken.
that's the oxen. Donkey. What is that? On the wall. That's the bow. The bowman. Let's see that clear.
Let's see. Um, oh, that's another paper right here. That's not the paper I wanted to give you. I wanted to actually show y'all.
Rwenzori Mountains? No, not yet.
Egypt and the Trad. Egypt and the Chad. Oh
Hmm.
man, let me see. Hold on one second.
We did the mountain of the bow.
I think they're showing a conclusion to common Russ. So I emphasize the need. Neglect historical cultural relations between Egypt and the basin of Chad. All right, can you see this?
Let me put on my binoculars.
Make it bigger for you.
No, I can't see it. I can't see it.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
being funny.
Right.
I'm
Read
like
it.
up on the screen. Where you want me to read? Conclusion?
Mm-hmm.
The common thrust of these addenda, archaeological, religious, and linguistic, is to further emphasize the need to explore the neglected historical and cultural relations between Egypt and the basin of the Chad in both history and prehistory. Egypt and the Chad. Some additional remarks.
That's the chair right there. That's the big
Yep.
Y'all see that little dot right there.
On the other side is Egypt.
Hold on. Look at these pictures. Get y'all a little down there in the excavation area. This my favorite picture right here. This is the one they try to say is a lot of times with the oh man, Geb.
That's
Geb
okay, Geb.
or Hathor.
Geb and Newt. Hmm?
Yeah, see they hold their hands to the breast and all that of this particular strange looking beast. They're like a woman sometimes. See it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scene
Right.
from the
Yeah, it's
cave.
in a book, rock art book. It's in that book I
I
just
see it.
showed you.
Cave of the Beast still.
Cave of
Yeah.
the Beast. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cave of, what, It says something about swimmers.
Mm-hmm. So right here, this one need. Where you at? Can you see this?
It says, yeah.
All right, read
It
that.
says C www Carlo Bergman.
Uh-huh.
C Bergman.
Mm-hmm.
There, let's begin. Okay, what is that German?
Kawini Zudin. Yep.
That's that's
Don't try to read them.
Karawanen. Zuden Gibermansian. That's
What?
Dutch.
You gotta say
Just
what's
Wutst.
Rinbachdean.
Oh, you gonna
Hamburg.
learn German? You sound okay. German is Hamburg. I know that one. Rowolt Foster with donkeys, jars, and the water bags into the Libyan desert. The Abu Balas Trail in the late Old Kingdom, first intermediate period.
Mm-hmm.
Bime. So that's the
Oh,
Germans
just put his
got it.
here. See if I got his here. Let's see. That's the source, right?
It looks like Carl. Yeah, yeah. It says Carlo, the same guy. Berg mums. Yeah.
Hold on, let's see.
Dun, dun.
Be deep on these. Be deep in these websites right here. Y'all ain't even worrying about looking at them. Y'all too busy fighting for Black Egypt. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Fighting for the South. I'm all past y'all. Look. We all off in the Chad Basin. Ben did this. Mm-hmm.
That Joker is loading like. There we go.
It's a painting. That's famous painting.
German. Can
Oh,
you
that's
put
in
it in English,
German.
please?
How?
Ouch.
Oh,
Google
wow.
Translate, please. Siri, translate to English.
Man.
Oh, dang. My Siri came on too.
Oh, yeah, you doing too much. Yeah, took the trip there. All in German. There's notes and shit in German.
Everything's in German. I do not read German
Just
at
handwritten
all.
notes, too.
Yeah.
Something about
Like he's
handwritten notes.
going,
Ain't it? You see the white out right there?
yeah, he's going down the Nile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything's labeled. Handwritten notes are very specific, attention to detail, things like that, right?
We'll translate this one day. You know you can put it inside the whatchamacallit translate.
I know.
They out there playing, got this kid out there playing in the ancient stuff. Get that kid out of there. Look at that Juju.
I mean, that's what it's
Really?
like over there, though. That stuff is not like
He
ancient to
got
him.
his son, it's his son, man. Get out of there,
It's
Shorty.
just been there forever. Why not?
Wow. So why you gotta put his crummy little fingers on it?
They left it there.
Wow.
I'm
All
saying
the
when
way
you
over
go there, it'd be like statues. It'd be like the road. You'll go over a bridge, and the bridge is going over
Yo, you're
what
not
used to
going on
be
no
a
bridge here. This is
walkway.
in the middle of nowhere, yo. You ain't no
No,
bridges here.
no, but I think in Lutzer we went over a bridge, and it was going over a what used to be a walkway that had like lions aligned on both sides. That's like every day. It just be there, statues, just colossal, just things everywhere. It was
Laying around.
amazing, just laying around, literally. It's
Ministry
like
of
so much.
Culture and Supreme Council of
Oh, you
Antiquities.
found English. That's
Yeah, they
it.
probably had the dear
That's all.
Bergerman. We have
That's all the
learned from
English.
the interview, such as that you are doing research in the Western Desert. Can you be so kind as to inform us from which authority you got permission to do this work? That's what I'm trying to say. Just ran up in
I'm
there,
trying
yo.
to kick him out, bro. That's
See,
a
this is the type
Supreme
stuff I be
Council.
reading while y'all be doing other
That
stuff. I
was
be on
Zawi
this.
Hawass,
I'm gonna put y'all into my life for 1
Security
minute. This is
General,
what I
Supreme
do.
Council of Antiquities.
I do stuff like this. While y'all running around doing the obvious, I'm doing the stuff where I can catch you later on down. Like, this is always interesting to me. This is definitely far interesting. Anything else y'all could just run your mind. Just the
You know who?
handwritten notes of a person doing the research. That's
Yeah.
how I was saying, how
Yeah,
the hell you get down here? This is in 2003, January. He asked them. We learned. Oh, so they looked at the so basically they be going through websites and stuff, right? You get this, Juju?
says we have learned from the internet.
See, from the
They went
internet.
to they went to his website that you are doing research in the Western data. So they be checking up on people for real.
To the website and they say, how you get permission?
Because he give the permission. He said, I ain't give you
How you
permission.
get down there? They just did
Uh,
it. Sometimes you just do it because this is very, very, yeah, they put their stuff up there too early, didn't they?
Yeah, they should have waited.
Yeah, they should have waited. Supreme Council, boy, they put the, now that's interesting right there. Translate this document one day. What does that say? That say Negro? Somebody messed up the stuff. Look.
You
Oh, that
stupid.
say Negro. We found the ancient Negroes.
Nero.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh
Nero, that's
no,
a
that
Roman
might
general.
be Negro L.
Oh man.
Let me
Boy,
see where
we
it is.
found it is. Look, look.
It's Negro L. Or is
What?
that just Negro?
That say
That's something
Negro
else.
right there. But
And
up
then
there,
there's
that say
something else.
Negro.
And there's something else right there. Oh, it says okay.
Von Diggler Negroes. Stamid.
That's German. That doesn't mean anything. You can't even
Oh, okay.
read it.
All right. We found the ancient Negroes. Let me stop.
That's where it said Black Egypt right there.
On the
See?
rock art. They gonna go crazy. See, I told you, we found them.
They finna
That's
be
funny,
translating this in German. They
Oh,
gonna take a picture of it.
Get this
They
off the
finna.
screen, yo. We didn't uncover something. We've uncovered
It
the
did
Black
say
Egypt.
Negro. Is
Ministry
that
of Culture,
another
Supreme Council of
correspondent?
Antiquities. He still follow them.
Wow. The fact that it's on this website, like, look, ha ha ha, look what I did.
Yeah. But see, that's some real archaeological stuff right here.
Right.
When you following the person that's actually doing it. Yeah, that's where I be at. That's interesting. I'll translate the whole thing. Get the whole thing translated page by page and just enjoy myself. Egyptus suited. Look, South.
You better ask one of your
It's
professor
Western
friends.
Egyptus.
Doesn't one of them, didn't she speak German?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can just put this in the
You can, but context is everything.
oh. Yeah.
Like real life context. I don't know. I don't know if I trust AI for that. But hey, humans make errors too, so.
All right, rock art.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A lot of rock art down there.
Light depressions.
Let your eyes. Pictures worth 1,000 words.
I think that was one of the neatest ones we saw. If you look at it, it looks like one thing, but when you stand to the side and you like, I don't know how to explain, like you have to like get up on the wall and look across, you can see the depression in the light underneath the picture. It was like a holographic rock carving. It's crazy how they did that.
So they show you different animals here. Then they show you some real animals.
Mm-hmm.
I see wild African dogs and all that.
Mm-hmm. The Egyptian hound. The Pharaoh's hound. You know that's what the Abos be saying. Because it's that
that's they messed that up.
It's two different dogs, but they have very similar features. But they don't have anything to do with each other. So the Abos be like, oh, that dog is the Anubis is such and something. Like, nah, that's a Pharaoh's hound.
Painted
That Pharaoh's
boat.
hound was never in America. Painted boats.
See that little see those squares right there, white, black, white, black, white, black.
Mm-hmm.
See that? That's for scale. So you can scale it. So you see the size of it. in inches, or centimeters. You can scale it up.
Okay,
All
okay.
right, that's what they use that for. All right, let's see. Let me see. Body Jakub.
Uh,
They just showing
Br
the different animals.
Jakub. That's Jacob.
Is it Jakub?
Br Jacob. Jacob. Don't do it like that, baby.
Mhm. So ain't no doubt. When you need, these are African people,
Mm-hmm.
all right?
No doubt.
Just in case we wanted to act like it wasn't, you know how people try to act like it ain't because they not comfortable
Yeah, they're
with
just
with
Asian,
Africa. They think an African got big
Mediterranean.
lips. Hmm.
Yeah,
They're not comfortable with it.
they're not comfortable with a light-skinned African.
Curly, you gotta have nappy hair, big lips, big noses. You gotta be racist. The racism. I just wanted to show you something that I know nobody ever showed y'all in the community. I just think it's important for y'all to see things you never seen before. Pictures worth 1,000 words too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If y'all really interested, get the document.
Gives
Can
you
read that
perspective.
though. Hmm.
It gives you perspective. Like,
About violence, y'all can look that up.
yep.
Yeah, just see something different, man. Y'all thought I was gonna jump up here and show you the regular stuff you always seen. Nope. Yeah, I ain't never seen none of that. But this my favorite thing to do is look at rock art, just for the record. Egyptian donkey roads.
Abu Balas.
Onset of drying up. See how important weather is, climate, human occupation of the Western Desert. You want to read that, Juju? Can you see that?
Climax of human occupation in the western desert of Egypt during the Holocene humid phase, shown in a cumulative curve of more than 500 C14 dates. That carbon 14 dates from
Mm-hmm.
archaeological sites. The graph also illustrates that the distribution of Clayton rings and the earliest Egyptian desert travel took place during a period when the rains had begun to cease and humans had largely retreated from the desert areas. Clayton rings.
Right there, see it? Upper right hand corner.
Yeah, I see it.
Clayton rings. Give, did you see that? Give
Yeah,
Gaber. Oh, that's in Egypt,
that's the
Western
bear.
Desert. I just wanted to, what I say, Gaber? Did I say it wrong?
No, sound fine to me.
Gaber.
Don't sound nothing like we saying it anyway. Some things do, but it ain't our
There's a whole
language.
lot of, yeah. Giraffes. Give Gaber, December 2011. Yo, snuck down there and got all this stuff. Ain't that funny?
He did
That's
that.
funny. This is in Egypt, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought y'all wanted to see what some of the people are like in Egypt.
Mm-mm. The
I
vitamin.
thought y'all might want to see what some of the people look like in Egypt for a minute. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Before Egypt, I thought we could do something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want y'all to see what they look like.
Mediterranean.
Yeah, for all you Mediterranean peoples.
Right.
But I bet you a lot of these people still hold a lot of markers coming from Western Asia. I could almost bet you on that because it's in
I'm
the
sure.
Sahara. I can guarantee you that.
I believe that too.
Look at that paint. Look at the picture again. Yeah. Putting their eyes on it. He all got the
Yes.
gun in his hand, don't he?
They were some very detailed artists too,
Oh shoot, let me go back.
with the different paints and
He
the
holding a gun
color.
in his hand, ain't he? Yo, see that?
Mm-hmm. That's how they be over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how they be.
I want to Sudanese or an Egyptian. What you think?
I mean, you can't ever tell.
Mm-hmm.
He looks Sudanese, but he could be Egyptian. You can never
Yeah,
tell. You just gotta
yeah.
ask people. How do you
You gotta
identify?
ask, yeah. Don't make the mistake. And thinking every time you darker, you're Sudanese. That ain't necessarily true.
Facts.
Yeah, got a whole lot of. Oh shit! Hold on.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a mistake everybody makes. Well,
Look
I've
at
seen
shit
this
get
before.
you every time. Jabel on it.
Yeah.
Cattle
White
pastoral.
soil, giftable. All right,
Body.
cattle pastoralism. White,
What it says at the bottom. That's gifted there.
elongated, round-headed style. Just different styles. I mean,
Are
at the
they
bottom of the
comparing a
yeah.
long head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they comparing how the figures are drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Or what type figures. Round
Yeah.
head style. Oh,
Early period, late period. All right, now where our sources at? Let's get into our sources real quick. Sure enough, had a lot of sources.
which one?
Go to the which one? Go ahead with the list. What's we got on the list?
Rwenzori Mountains.
Nah, let's get to the Universe of Maps. Opening David Rumsey Center, Stanford.
Oh, got it.
Bring us right back on topic.
The Greek map. Nice map. Where you want me to start?
I'm showing
Alternate
it.
title? Or you just showing it around?
I'm just showing it. Go ahead. What's it? Is the title? Can you see the title? You
Oh,
got what I
yeah,
got right here?
yeah, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Go
see
ahead.
where you at. You trying to read the little box right there? It's a map of Africa, y'all. Oh, no. Okay, that's in Latin. I'm not that.
Hyperdrop Cleum.
No. I'm not
What,
doing
man?
that. Latin is
No.
weird. So this is map of southern Africa showing sources of the Nile and the cavern beneath the mountain of the moon. That's the alternate title.
Back to the mountain and the moon, right? And a what? And a cavern below the mountain and the moon.
Hmm
Dang it.
This is Kircher Athanasius in 1602, 1680. Map of Southern Africa. I already read that. Let's do it again. So what it says, curated label. This fanciful map speculates that the Nile begins in an underground cavern beneath the mountain of the moon in the faraway of south of Africa. In the early 1600s, the Portuguese explorer Pedro Paes had found the source of the smaller Blue Nile in the mountains of modern day Ethiopia and reported that there were two fountains there. Here, the map makers placing fountains at the source of the main Nile, White Nile, perhaps extending the colorful story of Pais to a new setting. So, Portuguese. No, that's in Latin, though.
Let's go to the next source. Yeah, that's in Latin. The Wikipedia page.
Um,
So we remember we had the mountain
Mountains
and the
of the
moons.
Moon. Yeah.
Dongala. Mountains of the moon.
Everywhere.
Yeah, well, they go to Red Sea. Anthony Flinley's map in 1827 owes much. Once again, depicting the mountains of the moon as a source of the White Nile. Abyssinia.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see Abyssinia?
Yeah.
It's that Nubie. That Nubie.
I see Nubi.
Red Sea.
Anuba, whatever they call it. It's Nubi. It's the I.
The Great Desert. 1827 map.
Mm-mm-mm.
Zora Mountains. So this is really the
Missouri.
mountains right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know that kind of like a moon though surface, don't it? See?
No fat mountains.
See how that look right there? Don't it like the moon surface?
Sure, at night I could see that, and especially at a distance.
See the mountains of the moon. Boom. Make it a little bit bigger for you. Use your imagination. Then how they don't look like the surface of the moon? The white part.
Right.
A little bit, right? No,
Just a little bit.
you don't see it.
Just a little bit. I'll go with it.
Go with it for the show.
I'll just go with it.
You said you don't see it. I don't see
You
it.
gotta source that up for me, Bobby.
I
I
we
said
looking at it. I can only help your eyes. It's your eyes. Shoot, I can't source it
nah.
up.
I feel like it's like the moon over the mountain still.
No, man. All right, let's read that. I think you got that wrong.
Let's read it. Mountains and moon.
Let me see. Bruce investigated the source of blue. Now he identified the
Oh,
mountain.
here it
of the moon.
is. You're
Where?
right.
Where?
Which he describes surrounded the source of the Lesser Abbey in two semicircles like a new moon.
You couldn't tell I look like the moon though?
I don't look like no moon to me.
Yeah, because you
Put a
too
one
much
in
in
the
the
chat
cars.
if it looks like
Put
the
a
moon.
one in the chat. Put a one in the chat
Put
if this
two
like
in
the
the
moon.
chat
Surf.
if it don't look like no damn moon.
Look. I ain't you looking for the shape. I ain't talking about the shape.
I
I'm
know
saying
you're
how the
talking
moon
about
surface look. See that? See, look. Don't it look like a moon? The moon surface?
Up flat moon.
Nah, up close. If it's up close, it ain't.
Okay, but they went up like up on it. They was at a distance too.
Well, I put this up on it. I want y'all to see it. Yeah,
That's
so you
fine.
don't see it. That look like
It's
in the
pretty
moon.
though. That's a pretty mountain. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It's gorgeous, just lush.
Dangerous place to be in the world, just for the record.
Then me like God say, yeah, looks like the moon. You got one.
If I was to pull up a night moon, if I was to do this,
go ahead and put up the night moon. Juxtapose the two.
If I was to put moon, listen, the moon. Watch this. I'm gonna go to Wikipedia here. You see that?
Okay.
You don't, no, you don't see it?
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. I saw it before. Yeah,
like,
it has like similar patterns. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you got it. I ain't saying don't use your imagination. Use your imagination a little bit. Then I'm gonna give y'all some scholarly work too while we at it. Y'all know I gotta give y'all some scholarly work. I can't even find it. Where did I put the shoot, Juju? Man. Where exactly was we at? We was right here. All right, where you at, you?
God.
What?
I've been talking on mute again.
On purpose, y'all.
Jeez.
So you
I
know
kept saying we were at the mountain.
You know what I'm saying?
Go back. Do it again. One more time. You know, like you be at the doctor's office and they flip them lenses. It's not doing it for me, but
okay. Now this one got to do it for you.
What if they weren't that close on the moon? They had
they had to be that close.
All right.
Look.
But why that moon picture?
Don't you kind of like say it? I don't know. I just grabbed you. I just wanted to grab you. I don't know why that one.
I don't. You
don't see that kind of sort of, yo, like kind of sort of.
It must have been something else going on. I don't.
Nah, Juju.
He said it was
they
like
looking up in the sky and seeing that.
Nah, it had to be something making like a crescent on it. Something.
No, so you still looking for the shape or the
That's
The
what the
way it look.
description said or something.
What
Because
did
that
this?
don't
Oh,
look
we
like
back
no
to the
moon. That just look like snow on a
Nah, the
mountain.
surface of the moon though.
Mm-mm.
I'm talking the surface, not the shape. The mountain of the moon.
I'm not convinced. I don't buy it. But the mountains of the moon sounds good though. You know, I would have bought that.
What did the thing say? What did the caption say?
It said it was not until modern times that Europeans resumed their search for the source of the Nile. Scottish explorer James Bruce, who traveled to
The circles, the two
Bojam,
circles.
Ethiopia in 1770, investigated the source of the Blue Nile there. He identified the mountains of the moon with Mount, just scrolling to get that, with Mount
Yeah, it's right there. Two
Amadamit,
semi circles.
which he described surrounded the source of the Lesser Abbey in two semicircles, like a new moon. I don't see no circles though. What is semicircles? That would have been a half circle.
Yeah, it must be the whole landscape itself.
It's gotta be
Like you gotta look in between here, like see there and there or something.
okay. That's a little bit more convincing, maybe. But it's gotta be okay.
Mm.
Not beating nobody up. We're
So they
showing
just was
them.
tripping. So they just was tripping.
Nah, shoot. They could have been eating some mushrooms or something. I don't
Oh,
know. They did have
all right.
marijuana in Egypt, so who
Mount Kilimanjaro.
knows? Who
Okay,
knows?
what's this? Suggests 1940 that the mountain
No,
of the
of
moon
the
should be identified with Mount Kilimanjaro. See?
Okay, that looks like the mountain of the moon. That would be
Solitary
the
mountain
mountain of the
rather
moon
than a
because
mountain range and not feeding into now at all. Huh. Yeah, it was all kind of shit. Geographical feature.
Kilimanjaro. That's
You know, the
something
ice is
else.
gone. A lot of ice is gone, yo.
Yep.
Oh, the world is coming to an end for a minute.
Hey, brother Reggie.
For a minute.
Oh, look at them
Mm,
clouds. They look so soft and fluffy.
for a minute. Mm.
It's so beautiful, though. Yeah, but we know that he was a staunch researcher. Like he
So
just
this is it.
found that
This
out.
is the mountain of the moon right here. There you go, ladies and
Semicircles.
gentlemen. Coming
Mhm.
from the Greek historian. You got the Greek historian source?
Yeah, his name was
No, we not beating up Dr. Ben, bro. We saying Dr. Ben didn't make up the
Kircher
shit. Huh?
Athena Athanasius. Kircher Athanasius. I'm not good on no Latin.
Yeah, we definitely not beating up Dr. Ben at all.
But there's the source. That's the source. The cavern. Right there. That's the water. The white now. Right? White now.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah. It's the source.
Yeah, we ain't beating up Doc. We don't gotta beat him up.
Nope, not at all.
We don't gotta beat him up. We don't gotta beat him up at all. Bring them good sources though. Yep, this was his name.
And
Oh,
we read this already.
did we read that?
Yes, we did.
And it was where? What was the Greek historian name? The Greek historian? No, that's a
Era-
better. That's
Era- Eratosthenes.
uh-huh.
Eratosthenes. Eratosthenes. Hey, Juju. That's who that was. The Greek writer Eratosthenes sketched a nearly correct route of the Nile to Khartoum, showing the two Ethiopian affluents and suggested lakes as a source of the river. You want me to start over and read it from the beginning?
Yeah, well, I want to see what the hell's the name. Oh,
It said Eratosthenes. You don't see it?
yeah, I see it. But right here is where they talk about the mountain of the moon at. Right here. Yep. See it? Ptolemy the Greek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do.
Ptolemy.
Ptolemy, we read this. Ptolemy the Greek astronomer and geographer who lived in Alexandria wrote in the 150 C that the White Nile originated in the high snow-capped mountains of the moon. Um, since identified with the Rwenzori range.
Missouri range. Yep. And that's the one I just showed you. Snow
Yeah,
caps on it. There you have it.
it's pretty.
Yeah, so he ain't just come out of nowhere, did he? Just had it misplaced.
Didn't come out of nowhere. He didn't just make
Yeah.
it up. He
Yeah, he
was
ain't just make it up.
he was getting them from the sources that.
Yeah, he just ain't make it up. So he asked, so this is where it's from right here. Mountains of the Moon. There you go. So he ain't make that up. Like most y'all do.
Uh,
Most time make it, they just make it up. Say
that's
anything. Yeah, so no, Doc can get that right. But at least we know he just wanted to see now and just threw it together. But it definitely don't find Egyptian sources. You find it in Greek sources. Interesting.
right. Reggie want the link.
Hold on, I can't. I'm stuck. I gotta kill. Let me see if I can get out. Hold on, Reg. I can't even get to the thing. Hold on. You still here, Juju?
I am. Didn't I say Reggie want the link?
I know. I got it. I can't. I gotta close out some of this stuff here.
Okay. I'm still here. You got 10 more minutes. I gotta study.
You know me both. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta close this. I get out slowly but surely.
You said he coming, Reggie.
Come, Reg, trying to get all these links.
He got tabs for days. You get a
Over
tab.
tab, over tab, over tab. It's coming. Oh man. Got it. Bang. What? Clear what up? We tripping. Hey, Chuck, what? See, there you go with that. Ain't nothing to clear up.
Reggie coming
Clear it
in
up.
hot.
Come on, Reg. Ain't nothing to, come on, Reg. Come
We
on,
only
man. You
showing
know,
respect. We just saying he didn't make it up. You know, want no BS. Like
you
he
want to
did
clear it
research
up.
thorough and he got it from sources.
Let me clear it up. Reggie want to clear it up. Don't make me show that video, Reggie. I don't know where Reggie.
Yeah, he said he caught you.
Hmm? Huh?
He said he caught you. You gonna show some respect to Dr. B.
Oh,
As
man.
long as I live.
Phew. Man.
Reggie, come on up, Reggie. The link is in the chat.
I dropped it already.
Come say hi.
I'm gonna drop this for y'all. The good sauce right here. The headwaters.
Hey, Kinetic Energy.
What's up, Reggie?
Hi, Reggie. Hi.
Hi, Juju. Hi, good Juju, bad Juju. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank
Okay.
you. Happy holidays.
To you too.
You.
Uh, yeah, to you too.
What up, Sutek?
And your family and all of that, and to
Oh,
all your
thank you.
family and all of that. All righty. So
You too, Reggie.
let's just get to the point of it. You are absolutely right, um, that it came from Greek geographers.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you how it happened. I am one of the few people who spoke to Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan about this mountains of the moon, right? That God happy dwelled,
and I spoke to him late in his life, and I said, Doc, um, this is during a time period where they were attacking Dr. Ben, and uh, they were saying where he said it came from. He said it came from
Museum, upstate New York somewhere.
well, yes, but yes. So he said he went to an exhibit, I think in Connecticut,
Yeah, that's it.
and
I can't think of the museum. There's a
yeah,
college named after. What's the college?
um, I don't
UConn, I thought.
know.
Nah,
There's Yale, and
nah.
there's another one.
It's the
That's a
one I can
Oh,
tell you. Hmm?
that's
Syracuse.
no.
that's New York.
That's New York.
Syracuse Museum.
No, he didn't go there.
New York.
He went to an exhibition, and
Oh, he
Harvard.
said it was in the
I didn't think
Syracuse.
enough to ask him what exhibition he went to, um, and so he told me that he read a caption in the exhibition
Mm-hmm.
that said the mountains of the moon, and this whole part where Happy dwelt.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that that's an embellishment, but he did read it off of a caption, and he might have embellished where Happy dwelt. He may have done that. But the Greek geographers, you could start with Ptolemy, right? The geographer,
Mm-hmm.
right? He created the concept of the mountains of the moon in his work, Geographer, Geographia.
Yeah, we pulled the source up.
And then this was on reports from another geographer named Diogenes. So Diogenes is the one who you can look up Diogenes. This is free content for you, right? But this is also history, my own personal history. So Diogenes, he is the one who said that he discovered the source of the Nile, right? Now, Dr. Ben, people don't understand this, but Dr. Ben's library, and people get mad at me when I say this, was roughly 65% uh, European scholars. So Dr. Ben stood very close with the best of European scholars. So he would read everything that came out that he could, right? He was always in a library, always in places. And so him saying the mountains of the moon, and might have said where the Nile began, he, because he knows Egyptian words, he may have inserted where Happy dwelt. But if you want to look up that, so Dr. Ben, like a lot of early scholars, they stayed close to European finds that was kind of like the consensus, things that you can source. And so Dr. Ben is not one who really made up a lot of stuff. People take stuff out of context. Dr. Ben was a consummate researcher.
Yeah.
And so by him saying the mountains of the moon, anybody could read Ptolemy the geographer and look at his book, and you'll see the term. And then if you look further, you will see that it's Diogenes. And he's this Greek merchant or something, maybe not a geographer, but a merchant who went to East Africa. So there you have it. So then it gets copied to Strabo and Seneca. And so Dr. Ben seems to know this. I mean, shoot, Dr. Ben had all the volumes of Fraser's Golden Bough. I mean, he had complete sources on that what Europeans thought about Earl, and then um, he fused that with his own direct research. So um, it lays with the term mountains of the moon lays with the geographers. So I don't think that anyone
What they
should have.
call that area? The land of the gods, right?
The Greek historians did that. I think the Greek historians did that.
No, I just said it. What's it called?
Tanetra.
Yeah, down there, Somali and all that, right? Punt. They called it what they called it?
The what on Tanetra?
The land of the gods is Tanetra.
Or land of, or how about land of resources? I like the land of resources.
Right. Well, that's
Punt.
I ain't tripping though, Emma. I ain't tripping when I said Emma.
No, so what you're doing is really important because I only kind of mentioned this to Ankh, and I'm again one of the only people that actually talked to Dr. Ben about Al-Kabalan and Mountains of the Moon and the 10 Virtues. So I'm lucky, but I did do my work. So if the consensus is from the geographer that the source of the Nile is around from the early Greeks, then Dr. Ben is not completely wrong, right? But he might have in his work, he comes back and he might embellish that. He's going to change the Nile, which he should, to Hapi, because Nile is a Greek word. It doesn't exist. It comes from Nilus, right? It comes from these nymph gods that the Greeks created, right? The word Egypt is another word.
Oh man, you doing too much.
Egypt is another word that comes from most likely Necrotis.
Egypt, like Cinder, cool.
No, Hawat, Kapata, and all of that. No, it doesn't.
It's like the cop.
Hawat, Hawat.
Ain't like the center or something like that.
No, that means a mansion. It means a temple, a hut.
When did Unc take the Metanetra?
But yeah, look at him.
I ain't gotta take no damn minutes. I can read. Right. But hold on for a minute.
So,
Spooned out, what's up? So hold on. What I'm saying is this: land of the resources. What else could they be talking about, though, yo? Ain't nothing but resources down there, right?
So yes, and you're right. You're actually, Unc is actually right, because there's a text called the famine text, and the famine text is rendered in the Ptolemaic times, and it's talking about a drought, and it's talking about this concept of a drought. And in this, you have Kanun. Kanun is speaking to the netter. Well, not the netter, but speaking to Imhotep. And so the text is rendered called the famine text. And so the famine text is about what Ankh is actually saying about the Nile drying up and the need for a miracle, basically, and that Kanun comes and speaks to him, tells him to be still, right? I'm your maker, right? And then Kanun, the king says, basically, how can I get out of this? And I could read you the text, but I don't have to. But I could read you the text, and it basically says that I need to speak to the God that dwells there, right? And at the twin caverns, the twin cataracts, basically, caverns, where the God Hapi, where there's a temple of Hapi. So I'll leave it there. They're just saying that Dr. Ben wasn't a makeup artist.
Yeah, he wanted to make up.
Nah, he wasn't lying.
I just wanted to make that.
He was a researcher.
He ain't make it up.
Yeah, so
he just come out of nowhere.
So
yeah, I don't turn my back on the elders. I can't do it, Reggie.
No, some of them you do.
Some of them you got to.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
yeah,
gotta
some
be like,
of them
yo,
you do, but I'm
some
saying
of them
I
ain't
don't,
gonna make it.
I don't know them.
Some ain't gonna make
You
it.
feel me? The ones I know are, you know, they was right.
Infidisi, yo. Yeah,
I
I ain't
don't
paying
know
him
no
no mind.
Infadishi though. I never got caught up with none of that.
I
Y'all
respect.
introduced me to him. See how
I
that
respect Infidisi. I actually respect.
You mean the spaceships and all that?
stop.
The aliens? I mean, come on, man.
I respect Infidisi. I can.
Nobody,
He's
hold
not
on.
as bad
Nobody's
as
putting the
Bobby
aliens.
Hemming or
Ah,
Phil
nah, he right
Valentine.
there. He right there with it. Come
No,
on, yo.
he's
Come on.
not there.
No. He's actually doing it on purpose. I ain't gonna call him a scammer. Out of respect for him, right? He never disrespected me. You know what I'm saying? Know him by name, met him, know him, talk to him. I ain't gonna disrespect him, but I'm gonna tell you this, bro. All that, the alien and the spaceships with the mummies from space, did too much. All the crystal doing way too much, yo. I'm saying, you know how sometimes you can hurt the legacy, yo.
Hey,
All
listen,
right.
Reggie said, my name is Bennett.
no,
I like empathy, yo. In shape, wrote a nice book. I'm saying, yo, like if I start talking about aliens right now, yo, like I seen certain people talk about they was
Reggie is not
abducted. We literally got people to talk about they got abducted.
I don't blame
like,
you, Reggie.
Wow. Anyway, enough of that. I'm not gonna drag in it. I'm just saying, if I start talking about aliens, yo, it would mess with my legacy a little bit. Be kind of tarnish it a little bit.
Well, there seems to be unexplained.
And then he got slick with us one time too. All wrong and shit got slick. I remember that.
Hey, listen, I could show you Minister Louis Farrakhan at a UFO conference.
Yeah,
I could see him at a full UFO conference.
Yeah. That's why we ain't doing it. Hey, come on, Reg. We ain't doing it, Reg. That's the point I'm making. Yo.
That part, Reggie, redirect.
And remember, I was supposed to go to UFS conference. Like, no, don't let go. Remember that, yo? Hey, yo, remember they ain't want me to go, yo? Remember they ain't want me to go, yo?
I'll go and find.
Hey, Reggie, remember I was supposed to went to the UFO conference?
Yeah,
that's funny.
They was like, no, don't let them go. We're not gonna go. Remember they said that? Infidels were like, if he there, Bobby him, they was like, we're not doing it. Remember that?
I recollect.
Oh my goodness, that's bad. You can't even go to the conference.
No, like get the mic. I was gonna get the mic.
I know they ain't finna let you speak, bro.
I'm like, y'all this would have been my speech, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all too damn old to be up here on the stage talking about some damn UFOs and mixing African history with this.
No, they were learning. They were sitting at the front row listening to all of the experts, but he's at the front row. And I was like, well, you want to learn that much?
What experts? Bob, what?
No, the you know those people that do the UFOs, the congressmen and stuff like that? They did a conference. I'm gonna find the conference.
I ain't talking about that, man. I'm talking about a couple years ago when Starnet had Polite and all them with the UFO thing, yo. You remember that? That's gonna come back to you like a ton of break show. Listen, I'm gonna say this one more time, yo.
I'm already in trouble.
I'm gonna say it one more time, bro.
I'm already in trouble.
Polite and them by Feel Good Valentine.
Yeah.
And for DC, they did an alien conference, dog. And they was like, no, he can't come.
Yeah, I can't come. I can't come. No, you're right about that. Let me go and find this.
That's why I wanted to give my speech that I never got a chance to say, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, these men is way too over there. Hey, y'all here scamming out people.
They wasn't gonna send you a ticket. They knew you was in Atlanta. They wasn't gonna send you a ticket.
They out here scamming about the aliens, yo. We're not gonna play this game like this.
Yeah, some things y'all have to understand. I'm not a part of some of this stuff. Y'all do know that, right?
Oh man.
Where's Morpheus sent it to me, but y'all want good.
How's Morpheus doing? Tell Mr. Morpheus I said hi. Is he still mad or what? Is he all right?
I don't know if he's mad, but
is he all right?
I don't like. He ain't like you putting a light on him.
I didn't do it.
He don't take it. He don't take stuff that too well.
But
Like
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I'm not gonna say who did it. Name again with a J and a U, and a J and a U.
good juju, bad juju, did it?
Yeah,
Juju,
something
you
like that.
switching.
And it was,
You
I ain't gonna say
switching,
his
dude.
name. Anthony Bowman, Space Ace.
Yeah, Anthony was involved in that. And Anthony, my
Wait,
man.
wait a
Huh?
minute. What was I forgot what
Anthony, my man.
debunked. He got debunked. Sorry, had to do
Anthony,
it.
my man, but
Hey, listen, it wasn't what happened was this is what
Right.
had happened. Wisham Common started off. He was having fun. We were just having fun. You know how we all do. He started off, man, and they got to going back and forth about natural phenomenon. You know how
That's funny.
you know how Wisham Common. Oh man. Tay, what's up? What up, Tay? With the green glow. Hey man. That was funny, yo. They got and Morpheus ain't talk. I'm gonna call Morpheus. Tell him to answer the phone, yo. Tell him stop.
It's been a year
Nah.
now.
I beg him.
it don't matter. It don't.
Don't answer the
It
damn phone.
don't
Stop
matter.
it.
Yeah.
He think I did it. I didn't set nothing up. I ain't. He got to talking reckless.
Oh,
What
where
he
is
did?
it?
He got to talk
I'm-
slightly reckless, slightly, little bit, a little bit.
Oh no, it wasn't little. It was mad disrespectful.
Yeah, he went there, but I think he was just got the word mixed up.
I mean, that's a
Phenomenon.
grown man, you know.
What was it? Natural phenomenon.
You kept
He said
pushing
you-
it. You did too many shows.
Who? I ain't did no damn shows.
Yeah,
Man.
I did one,
Did one show, bro.
two.
I have to look for it. I can't. I can't find it. I'll just try one more time.
You
But
said
yeah,
we kept-
Yeah,
Minister
it's phenomenon.
Louis Farrakhan, because you know they have a concept of the spaceship and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is on a spaceship and I guess
God.
they was checking
What?
that.
Why does everybody gloss over that though? Is that
Huh?
like a moment you just gloss over and act like he ain't say it?
No, they believe that. And they believe
I mean,
that.
why we never talk about that though? Why we never say why the hell is they talking about aliens? Like, what's the game here, man?
That's what they believe. And Wesley Muhammad, all of them.
All of them, yo. And look at you with a straight face like this. Yeah, well, you know they on the wheel. Just like this. Yeah, they went back to the wheel and it's circling the earth at 355 million miles an hour. You
They
be
got
like,
all the
huh?
statistics down. They got
all the statistics down, and then it start talking scholarship and another. You be like, man, come on, yo. So I can't do it.
I'm a find it, but it was a UFO conference, and it had all of the Europeans, and they invited him. And believe me, this is the funny thing: they don't like him, right? But they invited him, and he was on the front row. And if I can show this conference, this is incredible here, and yeah. I would show it on your show. I'm not gonna get in trouble on my show, but
Yeah, sure, man. I don't care.
But if yeah.
So how?
Yes.
I ain't gonna do it.
Grown man, yo, tripping,
Mm,
bugged out.
Well, sometimes people want to see. He was
Robin.
invited, and he want to see.
Boy, I tell you, man.
He just sent it to me. Where is it, man?
Hey, man, who sent it to you, Wesley?
I got my old sources,
Tell
man.
Wesley to say what's up. Next
I
time
don't
you see him.
I don't speak to him. He called me up. He told the untruth to the people that me and him never had a conversation, and so I don't speak to people like that.
Never had a conversation about what?
Well, Dr. Ben, he tried to critique Dr. Ben about putting pictures in his work, and I was saying, well, Dr. Ben's what he does is he puts in primaries for the most part, right? And sometimes he actually he actually draws what he sees. But Wesley, he said that he never spoke to me, and so I had to put him on. I had to put him on blast. He came on 125th Street, and he came to our table, which was Brother Sekou. Sonetta was on the other side of the street, and this was at the time that he was with the Allah team, and the Allah team weren't necessary. They were kind of Nation of Islam.
I know who they was. That's when I was from them Raw Squad.
Yeah,
Because they was beating all y'all up. I remember.
no,
Yeah.
but they wasn't. They had moved away from. They had moved away from some of the doctrines of Minister Elijah Muhammad,
Yeah.
and they had to bring him back into the. I guess he apologized, but
Yeah,
some of
he came back in there because they
came
faked
back
him
in.
out.
He came back in.
He came back in.
Right. He
Yep.
was also True Islam.
Yep.
He was True Islam at that
If he'd
time.
have stayed right there, yo, he'd have been winning, wouldn't he, yo?
I don't know, but I tell you one thing: they were so far out. Well, they one of the things happened is that Brother Sekou got sick, and he was doing this conference for Sarasun Seti.
Yeah.
Sarasut City was supposed to speak at the Harry Tubman, and so I took it over from Sekou, right? And it was a packed house.
They said he speak.
Yeah, but the Nation of Islam, they came to me, the fruit, suited and booted. I'm talking the regalia, and they said, Brother Reggie.
Say what?
Look,
Say what?
they say, Brother Reggie.
What?
They said, can we have a few minutes? You know, they speak very proper. We just want to come in and talk to Sarasut Seti.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
To keep the minister's name out his mouth.
Did you let him in?
They were already in. I'm talking the fruit. So when the fruit come, they have the ambassadors, and then they have those that wear street clothes. The street clothes were already in there, right?
Okay.
And so they politely asked me. They said, we're not going to disturb anything, but we are going to talk to him. So they did talk to him.
What said he say? You? I already know what said he did. Scared to death.
I wasn't there. I wasn't. I was dealing with the front end of it, but they came out shortly. They didn't spend a lot of time with him. But I can tell you one thing: the only way he brought it up is he brought it up if he asked the public, ask me something controversial, right? Then he could answer, but he didn't have it in his lecture. He didn't have it in his lecture. I can tell you that. And another thing happened. One of his security drove all night, came to the event, and stood guard. And the young brother did a somersault off the stage.
What?
He did a somersault off the stage.
Okay, fell.
I'm talking a somersault. I'm not saying fell. You know how you fall head first? Well, he did a somersault, and then we had to stop it because then guess what? Wow. Now we had, watch this, we had to let the white man in, right?
Police.
The firemen.
Why the fireman? Because he fell out? Oh,
it looked like he almost broke his neck.
How he do the somersault? He tried it on his own?
No, he was doing security on the stage, and he got too close to the edge. You know, what's that rap song? Close to the edge.
Yeah, I'm trying not to lose
my yeah, he did all of that. He went to the edge and he did a somersault. I'm talking boom. Thought he died. Now, here's the thing is, guess who's in charge? Guess who rented the space?
Who? Sonetta.
No, me.
Oh, wow.
Me. I rented the state. I rented the whole thing from the Board of Education. And so I am on the chopping block.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to let those people in. I had to let those people in. Um, and I had no problems doing that because I was on the chopping. I was on the chopping block. So no, I can't find it right now. I promise I will find it, but it was a UFO conference, and I will come back on another show. And it's just interesting that that he was there checking things out, and that's all I can say. He's if you got an invite, would you go from
Yeah.
Congress? Would you go?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying anything. So it was just interesting to see, to scan the crowd and to see, wait, that's Minister Louis Farrakhan and his son, and yeah, I was like, wow, this is big. I didn't know about this.
Something you what? Who? Wait, what was the name of the conference? The alien.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
rented the place.
No, the Sarasun City is one point, and then the aliens with Minister Louis Farrakhan, that's a whole nother issue.
Uh, uh,
I'm still looking. I think I'm gonna find a UFO. November.
oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, if I can, Dad, I know if it's not here, it's in my rap marketing thing. But okay, so you cleared up. You did something. You did something great. You did the mountains to the moon, and
Yeah.
that's something that Dr. Ben brought over from the geographers, and
Mhm.
they can't be mad at Dr. Ben for that. And
Got them close. We can look at it. Yep. Yep. And then
yeah,
we got them close.
can't.
Mhm.
So that's yeah. I'm looking. I'm still looking for the um. Yeah, I'm still. I gotta go to my other email. So you didn't. But to the audience that's watching, I was one of the people. I had to ask him about Al Kabalan. I asked him about the 10 virtues from Stolen Legacy. I asked him about um, the mountains of the moon, right? Those type of things.
Mhm.
So that was a beautiful thing to me to be that close to him that I can ask him. And everybody, y'all don't know, but I was trying when Dr. Ben was on his last days. I was trying to get Ankh, and we almost got Ankh. We just missed the flight. But I wanted to have Ankh have a conversation with Dr. Ben. And
Man,
believe it or not, I arranged
but he died the next
polite
day or
to
something
have a
crazy like that.
conversation. 2 weeks
Didn't he die the
or
next day,
so,
yo?
no, about 2 weeks or so. About 2 weeks
No, didn't I
later,
come there?
right?
Oh yeah, nah, you was being stubborn. That's what happened. Yeah, you was wild. Yeah, I was late, yo. I made it. I was late, and you was like, "Ah, you can't go now." I was like,
No, you
"What,
didn't
yo?"
get on the plane.
I did. I know. I missed it. I got on the next flight though.
No, you didn't come to New York that week.
I did, bro. I can tell you what happened. I know. I just missed the flight, bro, and got on the next one. What happened was you like, well, too late to see him now because I had it all set up. You just was being stubborn. I was like, that's bullshit.
Why would I be stubborn? I let
Because you was like, you got something else to do, something. I don't know what.
no, because
Tell me, bro.
my life has been open for a long time. So yeah, my life has been open for a long
Nah, but
time. So
not for
that's
that day. Not that day. You was like, you're done, son. You missed it. You had one opportunity. You hit me
nah,
with that. You like, you know how sometimes you're gonna get the one opportunity. I'm like, what? Yeah, you hit me with that.
nah, I wouldn't have did that to you.
You did, yo.
Nah,
Getting
because I
old.
was at that time I was one of the only few people that was on the list that can bring people that
Right.
can.
You say, yo, he had something else to do. It just was scheduling. You hit me with all that. Like he was the president of the damn United States or something. I was mad.
Nah,
Definitely was mad. You hit me with that. I bet you know you hit me with that, yo. You
nah.
did. You did. I remember like it was yesterday. Then the man died the next week. I said, damn, I ain't even get a chance to meet him, man.
Yeah, I wanted you to meet. No, because what happened at that point, Dr. Ben was able to speak. What happened was, um, Doctor, they had to do an operation on Dr. Ben, and his family did the do not resuscitate order, and so then they pulled out the tubes. Um,
He wasn't even dead yet, was he?
no, he wasn't.
Nah, I could have
No,
hold up
he lasted after they pulled out the tubes. You
a
know,
whole day, right?
no, he lasted 10 days without food and water. He did a he did a miracle. 10 days without food and water.
Why they do all that, yo? They just get a man some damn tubes and let him rock out. They got tired of it.
Um,
Yeah, basically.
no, I think I don't know.
Basically.
I don't want to talk, but I do want to say that
Come on.
I do want to say that they didn't want to reinsert the tubes, and then for 10 days, no food, no water.
Snuck that man some food up in there, yo. Why you ain't sneak that man some food up in there, yo?
Because he can only receive it intravenously. He can only receive it intravenously. He couldn't.
What a way to go, yo.
Yeah, and it was just painful just to see him drift away. But yeah,
Play too much, yo.
yeah. But so at the end of his life was the best time to ask him questions that he was keeping to himself, and only a few people could ask him questions. So
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, I can't find it. It's not here. If I
Who
find
sent it
it,
to you?
if I come back on another show,
Who sent it
and
to you?
I'll send it to you. But it's beautiful. It's actually saying the minister at a UFO conference. Let's try this. Let me just search YouTube for it. Maybe I can find it on my own. I'm just gonna search. That's a great thing, and everything else is just living a
You warping or you froze, Reggie?
In the thing.
The
life.
matrix.
Yeah, and having this wild conversation today. I
What?
actually went on Sunday show because Lex Vortex
Ah, you get
went in his mouth.
how you get back on the
Yeah,
show? Okay. That quick. All right.
well, it's been a while, but Lex Vortex was just running his mouth
What went on
about the
there?
meta don't mean nothing.
Say, did you on? Did you shout out your page? He died, didn't he? Picture. Where you at, Juju?
Right here. Hi.
It don't say man know they self nowhere, yo. He wild, yo. Right there up top of the door. No, it don't. On all the
Wow.
temples it says man know thyself. No, it don't.
Oh
That's
gosh.
hilarious right there, boy. Boy, humans, us humans, man, we keep
I
it
thought that
going.
was Greek too.
Yeah, that's some great stuff.
Yeah, that's the Greek, whatever you want to call it.
That's the great thing. What happened, man? I guess we got you political on this show, man. Any closing words?
I was listening. Y'all funny. I'm just listening, taking notes,
Oh
getting all the
man.
tea. Reggie, find that darn conference. What you said, UFO conference? We need that footage, please.
Man, look,
Please, I want
they
to
do
see that.
anything to get us. They get us.
I want to see that. I know that was hilarious. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, Reggie gonna tell us about it. He ain't gonna find that footage.
Find that footage.
Right. Um, yeah, just make sure y'all join us on a Pseudo Killers for the return of our galaxy and beyond with Anthony and Juju.
It
Yeah,
go
we
down.
gonna talk about some Lord Jamar and this flat Earth thing. Gotta get a few things off our chest. You know how we
Yeah,
do
Lord.
it, Pseudo Killer style. Yeah, feels me. So yeah,
Yeah, man.
check us out.
Yeah, the Lord Jamal makes sense.
Yeah, Lord Jamar didn't. He done bumped his head. He drinking. Every
Yeah,
time I
y'all
see
never
him, he got a
drink.
cup. Hey,
Yeah,
come on, y'all. That's not a. That ain't cool. That ain't a good look.
yeah, that's how the hip hop artists do it these days.
He said everything Goliath. He believe in all the pseudoisms. Flat Earth ain't
on,
it,
on
boy.
on purpose.
Said ain't no dinosaurs.
On purpose.
Just on purpose. Like
Yeah,
must be a bag in it.
you think so? It
Something's
is
going
something you see.
on.
I think that's just what it is,
Something
yo.
going on. Shoot.
You just
Something going on.
might just like to
Eyeball
hear you.
movement just getting fatter and fatter. Just people come out of that everywhere. But at the same time, I see that I'll be looking around. I'll be seeing, more diversity in content creators that are unscientific literacy, writing factual history. Um, yeah. So I'm
Already.
hopeful.
Yeah, we look. Science is undefeated, yo. No matter what they say.
Yeah, it's undefeated, boy. You can't get around it.
Yeah, and
Cannot get
only thing can defeat science is better science. Let me be the first to
right,
tell you.
right.
Let me be the
Exactly.
first to tell
Exactly.
you.
I ain't gonna
Anyway,
lie. I don't know what you're doing, but this whole time, like, for real, if I ain't know you, I swear you was rolling up.
huh?
No. What you doing? You looking through a book?
No, I'm on
You
computer.
was on the
See,
computer. I ain't even see it.
yeah, I'm always doing something with the computer.
You
Always
always
something. Huh?
doing something. Just having me
Staying
down laughing, especially when he did on. Oh yeah, Rob Rich. We can't wait when Professor Dave want to do
huh?
want to do a review, Robert. So Professor Dave say he gonna start sipping while he doing it because he was like the audience enjoyed it. And, ooh wee,
Yeah,
he ain't no
Dave.
joke.
Wow.
He funny.
I don't even think Dave not even a professor neither.
Yeah,
He
I think
teach. I
John
think he
said that.
taught.
He
I'm not quite sure.
teaches.
Not no more. I don't think.
Oh, not anymore. But
Mm-mm.
that's the art. Till we- this is the type of discussions we have in amongst the pseudo killer family, right? So does he get to teach the professor part of his name if he doesn't teach anymore? Because if he teach you, I mean, at a college level, that's like your profession, you're a professor, right? But if you're
Mm-hmm.
not teaching anymore, do you get to call yourself professor or not? You got to get that up.
I
Yeah.
think you can.
See, we had this
I think
argument.
you. I think you
Oh, he's
can.
back. He's back. You got the video. You got the video.
Of
You
course.
good Reggie, good Reggie.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay, here we
yeah.
go. I was a
Present.
little too excited.
So share screen. So share screen. Ladies and gentlemen, free content.
Let me be on mute because I'm be
Here it goes right here. So free content. So here I'm gonna just blow it up. Here it goes. So
Yeah, you get a couple minutes. Hold on, let me put my fair use one in here before you get me all beat up for nothing. Fair usage.
all right.
Commercial. Oh,
Okay.
I don't even got it over here. Oh, right there. Stop. We see him.
Okay. So,
Don't move. We right there.
wait, hold on. Let's go here.
Why you gotta play it?
Just
You
go
don't
here to
gotta play it.
talk.
Is
Right.
he gonna talk?
Listen. He got a front. No,
Huh?
he's just gonna. They're
they're going to be talking about UFOs, and he's there. So
I
he's
see it right there,
he got invited
bro.
to right. There it
Donald
goes.
Quarles. In the very widely distributed press release when the 1955 study was completed, flat out lied. It's a strong statement, and I'm sorry to make it, but it's true. He stated, quote, "We believe that no objects such as those popularly described as flying saucers have overflown the United States. Even the unknown 3% could have been identified as conventional phenomena or illusions if more complete observational data had been available." The fact of the matter in the report that he was talking about is that the unknowns comprise 21.5% of the cases, completely separate from the 9.3% listed as insufficient information.
Oh,
The
the pseudos at work, yo.
It's a lie. Furthermore, statistical comparison of the unknowns and knowns showed that the probability that the unknowns were just misknowns was less than 1%. It must further be noted that the press release did not give the title of the report or the company that did the work, Battelle Memorial Institute. If they'd given the title, surely some newsman would have said, "Hey, what happened to reports 1 through 13? He'd never heard of physics at the University of Arizona. He had talked to 500 witnesses, but he presented 41 outstanding cases, including multiple witness rates
Right there, you saying right there.
by meteorologists. He noted physical trace cases, of which by now more than 5,000 have been collected by Ted
All right,
Phillips.
stop it, man. What is he in there doing?
I kind of stopped it.
You just stopped. You could have paused it for a minute. You got to talk.
He's looking at this time. His latest. What happened? It stopped sharing.
Yeah, that was recently.
It stopped sharing.
That's the yeah. You stopped. That was a recent. That's the recent one.
No, that wasn't. No, that was. Wait, where's my share screen? Share screen. No, he was just taking it all in.
I said,
wait,
what?
I don't
when, yo?
You don't have share screen. What's going on? I don't have share screen no more.
I ain't do nothing. I don't know why you don't got that shit stuff. They're messing up.
Okay, here it goes right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is history. So he's taking it in. You know, he's inquiring. If you
recently, I'm saying recently.
No, this is a couple years ago.
Oh, they always had these conferences though. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, but he's got a front seat. You see the people testifying.
Yeah.
And these are the days where they didn't like him, but they invited him, and there he goes.
Oh man.
Then deep thought, taking it all in. The minister. I'm not laughing. Minister wants to see if things are true. So he's a big boy, and they did not like him at this time. But there you go. So ladies and gentlemen, I gave you some content. Stop screen. Stop sharing. Can't say Juju. I didn't give Unc nothing, right? Huh?
There's something to do.
Juju in shock. Juju in shock, huh?
742. Juju, where you at?
She in shock.
Is she?
Yeah, she in shock. There you go. But if they gave you a front seat in like latest vaccine or something like that, you would be there. You would share screen. You would be there, Unc.
No, I wouldn't.
If they gave you a front seat.
Oh yeah, something real. Something real. Yep, something real.
There it goes.
Yep. Yeah, I go. The real.
Black is in the building. UFO conference. Black is in the building.
Oh man.
You're not gonna catch me saying anything wrong about the minister. What I will just say is just making it that he was invited to a UFO disclosure. Stop. Mountains of the Moon and UFO disclosure. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man.
there you have it. Can't say nothing else. So there you go. Like that, huh? That was,
Yeah, we in the game. That was a good one.
huh? And they didn't like him. That's the whole thing. They ain't like him, but they invited him. He didn't speak. He just took notes. His people took notes. You know. There you go. Juju, what happened? You in shock?
No. I'm like, he's sitting on the front row looking like a stunner. I'm like, he just chilling.
Yeah, front row with all the people that don't like him. But he has talked about the mother plane. They've done whole lectures on Savior's Day on the mother plane. Right? So that's
Lord. But
say what?
just most pseudos. No, let me stop. Just playing.
Right? Obama said UFO sightings are real.
Did he?
Yeah. You want
Yeah.
you want to see it?
Yep. Source up.
Yeah, here it goes. Present. Everybody believes it except for Unc.
What, man? I know what it. Man, stop it, bro. Y'all gotta stop that, yo. We's not doing that.
But
not gonna do
Tyson, Neil Tyson DeGrasse, he don't believe that.
Right. So then, why would I believe it?
Yeah, that's your main man. He don't believe it. So here goes. Obama says UFO sightings are real, and who
They
else is
cut and
talking
paste him
about it?
too, for the record. I know they cut and paste that man.
And then Mr. Louis Farrakhan speaks to the reality of the mother plane, and says this one's from the Young Turks. Says Louis Farrakhan says he went in a UFO.
That's Young Turks.
Yeah, Young Turks. Mr. Louis Farrakhan said he went into a UFO, and the reality of the mother plane. Young Minister Louis Farrakhan, he don't get old. Shit. He does not.
Them
He don't get,
aliens got the fountain of youth, huh?
yeah. So there you go. But I'm not talking. I'm not gonna say nothing negative about him.
Me neither.
Just gonna
Me
show.
neither. Me neither. Me neither.
Not that man.
Me neither.
Not that man.
Nah,
And
he
he
alright.
did something. He did something special when Malcolm's daughter got caught up in that conspiracy of saying that she wanted to harm Mr. Louis Farrakhan. And they had a big meeting at the Apollo Theater. Everybody that was important went to that. And Mr. Louis Farrakhan and Sister Betty spoke after the many years, and they partly reconciled to save Malcolm's daughter from the FBI. You got to give Mr. Louis Farrakhan a whole lot of credit for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
because Malcolm's daughter was in jeopardy.
For what? Oh.
Because she said something to a confidential informant.
Oh wow.
And the FBI was trying to make a big charge of it and destroy her, send her to prison, and it went away. It went away that day. It went away. So I saw Sister Betty.
I remember that.
You remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So
Hey Juju, how you doing?
Old Shesmo.
Hi.
What's happening? What's up, Reg?
Shesmo, my brother. Peace to you.
Peace to you. Peace to you. So, can you explain?
Sub Shazmoo? Dang.
Oh, my bad. I can't say I can't speak to the host. Come on, show. You was into something. You look like you was reading. You was deep in thought. You doing something.
All right,
Anyway, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. How you feel?
Good. All right. Question. Bad debt. What is the meaning of the bad debt? Unc and Juju say, hey, that's Greek. So can you
No.
do
The what?
The bad debt?
the bad debt symbol? Yes.
You said
I said it was brick. I said it was what?
No, he
Greek.
ain't said it was Greek.
How you get up here lying?
I know. I don't even know what you did. What the hell y'all talking about?
Lying.
Jump right on in.
You just said it was Greek. You
I had to
just said
kick
it was.
it.
Let him have it. Just let him
Okay,
have
they
it.
didn't say it. We'll listen back to the show to see if
Like,
they.
don't cut up. Don't cut up.
Well, can you explain that, Reggie? If you have any information on the bad day, because I remember,
Yeah, sure.
I believe you said one time that Dr. Ben, you had asked him where does it say, "Man know thyself, man know thyself," or the representation
Oh,
of,
nowhere.
of being God, and he said it's right there above the door, dummy.
Yeah,
Nah.
they did.
So can you
No
explain?
doubt about that.
Can
Okay, so the Baghdad, the home city of the Baghdad is Edfu. And there's a mythology where Horus was fighting his, this is mythology. So I'm not saying it's real at all, but Horus was fighting his uncle Seth, and he was losing. Seth, they was fighting for kingship. And, it's a lot of magic in here. And he joined with the Bayadad, meaning probably went to Edfu and got some training, and he combined with the Bayadad. The Bayadad symbol is the symbol with the winged Ra. That's the symbol, right? And it's above every temple, and what it signifies is Horus gaining mastery over himself and his emotions so that he could defeat the. I'll show you the picture of it. I'll show it to you. So he could defeat Set, because he was, if you read the contendings of Horus and Seth, he was doing a lot of, Horus was losing his mind. He was doing a lot of foul stuff. He even killed his mother or chopped off his head. He was going bananas. And so he wasn't fit for kingship. And so he joined and it became the winged Ra, and it symbolizes self mastery. So,
cool. And also to add on to that, isn't Horus bad that? Isn't that when the sun is at its highest peak in the sky?
that I don't that I have to look up. I'll show you a picture all of the bed that, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so it's written in glyphs, but not here. But I can show it to you written in glyphs. But it's mythology. So you're not gonna get me to
Hmm.
I'm gonna say I respect it only because Unc has to show it, but he's playing with his phone. But this is the bed that, and I can show it to you in the Meta Nature. So this is above every temple, and um, again, it seems to me where Horus joined with the Bayadad, and he got his stuff together so that he could uh, have kingship qualities to rule in this mythology. In this mythology, so that's the Bayadad, and you see it on a lot of vehicles and stuff like that. The Mini Cooper and a lot of I don't know if it's on Chryslers, but
The
it's
Bent, the
huh?
Bent.
The what?
I think it might be on the Bentley.
I think it has the Bentley definitely has two wings and stuff, but yeah, but that's the hardest Bayadad. It's just mythology. It's what those Africans along the Nile believed.
No, we're saying, did it say know yourself? That's what we're saying.
Yes, you have to read the it's when
What?
Horus mastered himself.
Nah. Do it say man know thyself? Come on, what?
No, that's Ganos. That's that Seti
Okay,
Ganos.
all right. That was the question. See, you almost let him off the hook. Shazmu. See, it don't
That,
say it. There you
that's
go.
the. But if we read the
Read
myth
more.
of the Bayadad, we will see Horus. I'll bring it up. Myth of Hor Bayadad, right? Where Horus masters himself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I believe the feathers represent good words, good deeds, and good thoughts.
No. No. Okay, so there's different feathers in the Nile Valley, right? So the feather that we know most of is the is Ma'at. right? But the second group of feathers is the falcon feathers, and the falcon feathers are war feathers, right, for strength and rulership. But that's yeah.
So let me read this for our viewers. This is AI. In ancient Egypt mythology, Beadet refers to a specific region in the Nile Valley, which you talked about, Edfu, and Beadet represents a manifestation of the god Horus association with that area, often depicted as a winged sun symbol signifying protection and and power, particularly linked to the city of Edfu. Essentially, Beadet means the inhabitant of Beadet and is considered a protector of the pharaoh within that region. Let me see something else. I saw something else here. It says the winged sun disk is an ancient Egyptian symbol that represents many things. The winged sun itself is a symbol of royalty or royal dignity from the ancient kingdom. Pictured here, the winged sun disk represents the soul within physical or without physical form. The soul without physical form. That's kind of like a man know thyself. You God, but anyway.
Wow, come on.
This goes on.
Juju, get him.
Then it goes.
He said, "Kinda."
The 3 rows
I
of.
tell you,
I'm not. I told me to behave.
you know what? You can have it, Chesmo. Go ahead, make the connection, bro.
The 3 rows of feathers represents good words, good thoughts, and good deeds. And then lastly, the Beadet in the form of the winged sun disk increasingly becomes symbolic of the rebirth of the king, and the powers of kingship. So there you have it.
There you have it, Reggie. So we all clear on that. It don't say man, no, that's we clear. We clear, Reggie. You ain't gonna try to climb through the chimney because I got the fire. I got the fire. I got the fire lit. Like the 3 little pigs around here, yo. Man, what you gonna do? You gonna huff and puff?
No, I'm
got
gonna
the brick house.
Climb down the chimney. The fire's waiting for you. What?
No, I'm gonna
Just answer the question. Yes, do it. Say that. I see how Shesmu tried to do it.
Don't say nothing bad about Dr. Ben. He just
I
told
said I'm.
No, that's what Reggie told you. It was up there.
Reggie, you ain't. Reggie, tell the truth. Reggie, come on, Reggie. Reggie, just say.
What about it?
Do the same, man. Know thyself, man. Answer the question, man. Just answer the question. I ain't gonna fight you over it though.
And Socrates studied in Kemet, so he took that the green glow.
Yeah, y'all had the green glow, yo. Y'all playing.
Just show it to you because I just you guys are.
You ain't gonna answer the question though.
And Socrates.
What are more questions to answer?
The question is, does this say across all the temples in Egypt, man, know thyself? Is it yes or no? You don't know. You don't have to say yes or no. You can do your best rendition of it. Try to make it say it. I want to see how you do it. Go ahead.
Put my screen up.
Right? All right, go ahead. Let me see. Hey, Juju, play close attention. Let's see if you can do it. I want to see if you can do it. That's a good one.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's
Galagichi.
Here's the text.
Go with it, y'all.
And Heru Beadet was in the boat of Ra, and he said unto his father Ra Heru Kuti, I see that the enemies are conspiring against their Lord. Let the fiery serpent gain the mastery, blah blah, over them.
Okay, blah blah. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's go
tied together. Go ahead. Let me see.
Let's go to the next text.
Let me see
y'all hate Kemet, boy. Right? And Ra said unto Thor.
What Ra said?
And Ra said unto
Tahuti. Indeed, Hero Buhuti is like a master fighter in the slaughter of animals.
Okay, could that be the connection of know thyself, the
And
master?
then, yeah, okay, wait,
Go-
let's get to this one. And what's the one, right? In the slaughter, and then Thoth said, and Ra, he shall be called Neb Aho, master fighter, and for that reason he has been thus called by the priests of the god unto this.
Called Never Ho. Why he called Never Ho?
He didn't call him a ho,
What did he say? What?
Neb Aho,
Oh,
right? That Ahad means a fighter. Lord, it means Lord
all
fighter.
right, go ahead. All right, come on, we're getting
But
there.
Aho, he just, it says Aha, Lord Aha.
Aha, go ahead, tied in there, tied to know ourselves. Go ahead, let me see you. See
Yeah.
what kind of
So
skill set you got.
in this text, Horus is not ready for kingship. He's not, and so this text tells us this whole drama where he masters himself, right? And he becomes Heru Beadet, and that symbol seemed to be a symbol that was put on all temples where the king was able to master himself.
So mastering yourself
There
is
you go.
basically the same thing
Here you
as
go.
knowing yourself.
Go ahead. Let me see. Where it say that? I want to hear it. Let me see. Where it say?
You master your lower self and
You
your
doing good, boy. You doing good.
your
I don't
Make
want
it
to
up
argue with
as
you.
you
and
go.
your
I'm not gonna
outer
argue with
self.
these guys today. I'm gonna let them have it. I just want to see how good they can do it. Go ahead.
Your inner self and your outer self.
And he's for
Above,
real.
so
You for
below.
real.
Chesmu, we're gonna definitely give you a 9 for that, bro. That's good. Reggie, can you top that? You see the way he put that together? He put it together. What?
I put it together.
Let me see. What is that? Go
I
ahead.
put it together. I told you that this is a process where where Horus has to strengthen himself, right,
Okay.
to
In
defeat
himself.
Set. And
So
it
it's about
says,
having strength in yourself.
and Haru Beadat flew up in the horizon in the form of the great winged disc, for which reason is called the great God, Lord of heaven, unto this day. And when he saw the enemies in his heights of heaven, he set out to follow after them in the form of a great winged disc. And he attacked with such terrific force those who opposed him, and those could neither see with their eyes nor hear with their ears, and each of them slew his fellow. In a moment of time, there was not a single creature left alive. Then Haru Beadet, shining very many colors, came in the form of the great winged disc to the boat of Ra Hamaki and Tahuti, and onto Pa of the Lord of the gods. Beadet had returned to the form of the great winged disc, shining without many colors and children. So it's just a mythology where he gains mastery over him. He gains mastery over himself.
Nah, you
Right.
ain't good. You ain't good as him.
It's just like if I know that I had an issue with certain things and I know myself, I'm gonna keep myself away from them. I'm not gonna be around somebody who's gonna be, doing drugs or anything like that. Or if I'm if I'm an alcoholic, I'm not gonna be around Juju while she's drinking her wine. I might decide I want to have a glass. Next thing you know, I'm off the boat wagon. You know what I mean? So you got to know yourself.
All right. So I'm not even gonna tell you what ChatGPT said. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
No.
I told Reg I'm gonna go bang on him. I'm gonna
No,
have it.
I'm listening.
No.
I'm listening. So what do you?
Come on, Socrates.
I'm listening.
No, I'm just saying it's a Greek thing. There's no historical evidence to say that in the Nile Valley ever said that. That's a Greek thing. That's my point. I'm gonna leave it right there. That's all. That's all I would like to say.
It says
though.
it's a Greek thing. Sorry.
Yeah, it says a Greek thing. It's a Greek interpretation.
Let's hear it.
Know thyself is attributed to the ancient Greek philosophy, particularly Delphi maximum associated with the Oracle of Delphi.
Yeah.
While it aligns with introspective and philosophical teachings, there's no historical evidence that the specific phrase was inscribed on ancient Egyptian temples. In ancient Egypt, inscriptions on temples typically reflect religious, cosmological, and royal themes, such as phrases to the gods, depiction of mythological events, and the pharaoh's divine authority. The idea of self-knowledge and introspection was indeed present in Egypt, though as seen in the wisdom text like the instructions of Batar. We say, but not specifically wording of man, know thyself. The confusion may arise from the influence of Egyptian philosophical and spiritual ideas on later Greek thought, which adapted many elements of Egyptian culture. There you go. It says, if you're referring to a specific claim or tradition, it may stem from a later esoteric interpretation rather than a direct historical evidence. And that's how a lot of people was messing that up over the years, yo, right there. So they was trying to give us the black, but they was really giving us the Greek, the watered down Greek rendition. I like to study African custom and traditions. That's why I always get them, Reg. Like, come on, bro. I get it, though. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, but
I
I
get it.
agree. I agree with everything that you said. I agree. But I tried to give you just what the original
You did.
thinking
You
of,
did.
and then
You did.
I'm not messing with you on that. I mean, Setu Ganoth, or that is what it says in the Greek, Setu Ganothi, right?
Mhm.
That's Greek. But it stems it, it will stem from these ISIS cults and these other groups of people making
Yep.
stuff up.
Delphi is the temple of Delphi.
Yeah,
Yep.
making stuff up. So so I don't disagree with that. I
Oh,
was
you said he was making stuff up. That's fine.
Yeah, they made a lot of stuff up, but the original story is uh, Horus losing control and not being king worthy, and that's in the contingents of Horus and Set. If you ever read, you read the contingents of Horus Set.
The
Horus.
lettuce, and all that foolery.
Yeah, he's going crazy. He's
Yeah,
going crazy with the.
yeah.
He absolutely is bananas, and so yeah. See, I'm not comedic.
I mean, bananas, literally.
Yeah, he's going bananas. He's fighting. He's got this whole lettuce thing and this and that's how they try to get us on Kimmy on trial. You forget that?
Who
I
wrote that?
remember.
Who wrote that letters? Who wrote that letters book?
Who wrote the
Not the lettuce.
That
this
lettuce mythology. Yeah, who wrote that?
no lettuce is something as aphrodisiac in Egypt. They like lettuce. I mean, they like green. They
No
I
like
said,
Diddy.
who wrote that text about that story?
it seemed to have been one of the versions seemed to have been written by the foreigners
Right.
who were in the king's who worked in the king's tombs in the Valley of the Kings.
And that's part of their culture.
What's part of the culture?
The lettuce.
And yeah,
I ain't messing with you, yo. You
so
tripping.
but
Don't ain't listen to me out here tripping early in the game. You tripping. You tripping. Tripping early in the game. That was funny right there.
I mean, it shows it on the wall. You know, as you grow up, kids learn better.
All right, let me play this. Let me play a Samantha Kiata. Cute. Let me see what's this one. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on, we're gonna do this.
When anthropologists and geneticists started looking at this question,
Hold
there
on.
are some additional things that
Oh shoot. Let me share the screen. Play this clip. Samantha Kiata, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see.
Reggie fell off. Juju fell off.
They fell off. They missing it. Can you see the screen?
Not yet.
You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
see it.
Yeah, we see it. Yeah, we
You
see it.
see? Can you see him?
Asar, the great Asar.
The Greater Saw Hotel.
Shamata Kita.
when anthropologists and geneticists
We can
started
hear it.
looking at this question, again, let's be clear. You have to be very clear on what it is you're concerned about. The notion of race implies foundational, fundamental differences and high levels of distinction between the things that have been designated races. In theory, they imply groups of uniform individuals that are homogeneous. The groups are homogeneous in the sense of having uniform individuals that are not very much similar to each other. That's the concept behind it. Even in South Carolina, now this is how thinking gets stretched. You say, well, wait a minute, how could people think that way and come up with the notion of like the Negro type, the true Negro, those types of things that you heard about? But yet in South Carolina, you got a definition that says, well, no, a Negro is anybody with any African blood. So we have Nordic Negroes. We have some friends of my family in South Carolina, people that look no different than any English person or any Swede, but they were part of the colored community. But so how is it possible for the people that set that up to be also connected to the science that wants to, talk about a level of uniformity within a group, when in fact, African Americans were anything but uniform?
Yeah. Yeah, he be killing them with that. It's my favorite right there, yo. Yeah.
I like Mark Akita. He's very
sharp. Y'all don't agree with him though, so it's okay though. Right, man.
What don't we agree with him with?
None of it. None of it.
He said
absolutely
black,
none
though.
of it.
He did say it was black though.
He didn't say that. Never said that. Oh man.
All right, brother. I'm gonna get on off here. I don't know.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna play this last clip, man. I know you gotta get up early in the morning.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right, man. Peace out. All right, we get this last clip. We go out the door with this. Wrap your minds around this last clip, ladies and gentlemen. The Greek.
Outside 40,000 years, okay? And when you talk about Mediterranean people, we need to talk about that later on because, as I have said and tried to say, Africans don't all look alike. So some of what you're calling Mediterranean people are just some more Africans, okay? Now, you have to get your arms around that. And that's what that last slide was about with the PN2 transition, because most of the people there who have that PN2 transition, that particular gene, that genealogy in its derived form is M35. For example, Berbers are M35, M81. Those people don't look like Congolese, but I'm trying to have you understand that they are carrying genealogically, in terms of their male ancestry at least, they're carrying something that ties them to the rest of the continent and does not tie them to Europe, even though physically, externally, you may say, well, gee, they look like Europeans. You understand what I'm saying? So when you ask me, when did X, we don't use those concepts of Mediterranean race, Alpine race, Nordic race, all that, that's from another era. It's descriptive. And in actual fact, you will find, you can find individuals all over the world who might conform to one of those sort of categories. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So
that's the same thing they say about being Arab. Arab is a culture, not a race. It means traveling person.
Okay, but I'm trying to understand what are you asking me here? Well, you asked me very specifically. You asked me, when did Mediterranean people get to Egypt? I don't know what you mean by Mediterranean, but let me repeat myself.
African.
No, well, there's more than one way to be African. There's more than one way to look African. There's more than one way to look Asian. There's more than one way to be Asian. That is what you have to, from my perspective as an evolutionary biologist, that's what you have to get your arms around. The people in southern India are just as Asian as the people in northern China, who are just as Asian as the people from the Eurasian steppes. They don't look alike. And you measure them, they don't look alike.
Okay. Yeah. Let me put it another way. For example, you have Elizabeth Taylor playing Cleopatra.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
When did that sort of look into Egypt?
The thing is that number one, who was Cleopatra?
I'm asking you.
Well, what I'm saying, Cleopatra was probably a Macedonian. Well, she was a Macedonian.
From near Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When the people that look like going to Egypt?
Well, I don't know about Elizabeth Taylor specifically, and very specifically, but I would dare to say that within the Nile Valley, within the Nile Corridor, within super-Saharan Africa, there have always been people who were lighter skinned and straighter haired from 60,000 years ago. Always. They're not new. That's my whole point. In fact, I could make the argument that those kinds of characteristics actually originated in Africa.
Yeah,
that they didn't come from someplace else. They're part of modern humanity, or they're part of humanity. And there's no reason to believe that they could not have originated in Africa. Incidentally, skin color can flip back and forth from an evolutionary point of view. We now know every 15,000 or so years. It's not the sort of thing that, it takes 100,000 years, million years to live in one place. And skin color itself is not always an accurate index, even in current situations like in Brazil and Venezuela. It doesn't necessarily give you a proportionate amount of ancestry. You can have people with very fair skin, but actually have more, quote unquote, black ancestors than some people who are actually darker. So you have to be very careful about what you think you can quantify from that, again, based on science evidence. Now, the issue of having narrow features, a narrow face, and what have you, we have remains, and normally I would show you this slide, but we're not going to get to that today, of people from Gambel's Cave in East Africa down in Kenya that are probably about 10 to 12,000 years old. If you measure them up and submit them to a forensic type analysis, they'll cluster with Europeans. They're not Europeans. Their limb ratios are as tropical as you can be. They come from right there. That's what you have to get on.
Charlie, you could ask more questions later. I'd like to give somebody else a chance, and you could carry on later, yeah? Anybody else? Okay, we need to stop. Oh, okay, sorry, yeah.
I mean, you place stock in Darwin's theory of evolution, and I'm just trying to get an idea from what the questions I'm hearing is, I mean, what would you define then as an African?
I don't define an African or the African. There is a matrix of variability that constitutes a description of an African reality. Very different notion. The moment you start defining things with narrow terms and in particular ways, and a non-scientific, for something that's as fluid as this, is the moment that you will get into trouble, because then you're going to be forced to explain things, like I said, with typological methods or deductive methods when they don't fit. Okay?
It's a shame we ran out of time for this section, because that would have been really fascinating. It's just that you said there's and I do hear your point. There's a diversity within the African identity or spectrum. It just feels that if there is no, I mean, we don't just need to talk about the African identity. I mean, I don't subscribe to the notion of race either, but I think if we're using terms like African or Egyptian, which is probably more geopolitical in that context, but if we're using terms like that to define a reality, surely there must be a boundary, or so it isn't diversity we're talking about. We're talking about an entirety of the human race, which is one. And then we start to lose.
No, you don't lose.
Where's
it because
the
you have
for the diversity?
No, you don't lose anything, because you have your model-based approach. You have a real history of a species that emerged in Africa. You have some real fossils. You have some real people that you can look at. You have some real DNA evidence that ties together. Frankly, I was quite astounded when I found that when the Y chromosome data got produced, they didn't have that 25 years ago when I first started on this adventure. But I am pleased to say that I wrote, and you can get my master's thesis. I said, there's no theoretical reason why these Berbers from Algeria couldn't share common ancestors in the late Pleistocene. And sure enough, 20 years later, when the DNA came out, because what most people would say is they look at these Berbers, and I have pictures of them, they say, oh, these are descendants of the Vandals, because they look like Europeans. Well, I'm trying to have you understand that God or evolution, whichever one you want to choose to work with, works in mysterious ways. And I'm trying to have you understand that from a scientific point of view, that PN2 marker, that PN2 gene, ties 70% of the continent together. And there's some other things that are basically only restricted to Africa, except for the odd one you find outside, groups A and B. This belong to the E group. We can talk about that later. But no, what you're saying is that If you don't have some hard and fast boundaries, then it's hard for you to work with certain things. And I'm saying that would be like saying that if your son, if you had 6 sons and one of them moved to China and his descendants were only Chinese, and one moved to Greenland and his descendants were only Inuit, and another son moved to, I don't know, the Amazon and his descendants were only, folks from the Amazon, that they wouldn't be your relatives. That would not patently be not true. Genealogically, they would all be connected to you because you're the grandpa. They're still connected. The idea that physical similarity will always track with relationship is what we're trying to get. I'm trying to dispel you of that notion because it's not always true. And so there's sometimes people who may look very similar, or when you measure certain things, they may appear to be similar based on the math, but in actual fact, using other measures and other kinds of information, you know that can't possibly be true. So when I go down to when I go up to when I go to some village in the Sudan and I say that guy looks just like guy conference in London, I mean they must be. Oh no, it's not your twin brother. It's an accident. It's an accident. There is something in physical anthropology and evolutionary biology called polytopicity. And polytopicity was a problem for early evolutionary biologists who were interested in taxonomy and classification. Why? Because polytopicity refers to the fact that you have similar looking groups of organisms, or you have a group of organisms in one place that looks very similar to another group of organisms in another in terms of whether it was their wing shape, their morphology, in terms of things you can measure. But the dilemma was, should you group these things together when one was 10,000 miles away from the other and there was no way that one got from one place to the other? In other words, they were not closely historically connected. So it's called polytopicity. It's one of the problems with the subspecies concept for zoologists, and the subspecies concept in zoology is the same as the race idea for human beings. Only with human beings, there's even more problems than there were for the zoologists, problem of classification. So my human example of polytopicity is certain people from Vanuatu and Papua New Guinea and those places who, for everybody who just sees them on the street, based on your own social experience, you say, these look like Africans, or these are Africans. Well, no, they're not. No, they're not. Their lineage DNA says they're not. Where they live says they're not. And their languages definitely put them very far afield. But they live in tropical climates. Modern humans were tropical to begin with. Are these retentions from early migrations? Or are they just reacquisitions of tropical traits? Now, no one can answer that, but their DNA clearly ties them to Asia. I mean, the lineage DNA. And there's some other interesting things about DNA too. Other markers, and I have to finish now. Other markers clearly, in terms of lines of descent, tie together not just simply all of humanity. You can forget that there's some other more specific markers that tie people from China all the way to Africa together. And it's like amazing. That's the YAP marker. And there used to be a debate, did the YAP marker arise in Africa, arise in Asia? If you say the YAP marker arose in Asia, then you're saying most of all Africans today came from Asia. I know certain people don't want to hear that, those who are ideologically oriented in particular ways. No, but the proof, so to speak, is that number one, that wasn't very logical based on the dates of the emergence of the YAP marker, but also within Nigeria today, they found some people who have the YAP marker. That's a long story, but anyway, it sort of submits that Africa is the place of origin for this particular marker. Okay.
At the time when the Homo sapiens first emerged from Africa, they were Negroes at that time.
What do you mean? No, I don't use that. No, I don't use that term Negro.
Yeah, I don't mean Sat. I'm just trying to make a strong point. Were they black?
Well, in terms of their skin color, they would have been dark based on ecological principles. Based on principles, that's our guess. Do we have any empirical proof?
You could be dark and Asian, or you could be dark and black. That's what I'm saying. Sorry to use the word Negro, but at the time, would they have been Negroes coming out of Africa?
I don't know what you mean by Negro, and I wouldn't use that word. I wouldn't use that word. No.
A black man.
Yeah, well, if they no, I will say that they were dark, and I don't know how dark, and they had limb ratios that are tropical that you find in the tropics today. Okay, those are all things that, from based on biological principles, would tie them to where they are. And most people and most scientists would say yes, they would have been dark. How dark, I can't tell you. They wouldn't have been blonde. No, if that's what you're asking. If that's the hidden question underneath, no, they wouldn't have been blonde.
In other words, they would have been African from Africa. They would have been.
At that moment in time, you're talking about a species history. Okay.
Okay,
It's
we
a
need
different
to just
issue.
wind down now. There's no more questions. You're welcome to talk to Shamaka with the coffee and teas. What I'd like to do is thank you for an excellent workshop.
Yeah. What's up? How you get back? He was killing them.
Yeah, he said so. I had to come back in because when I was listening, he said about 5 minutes ago, he said something very profound.
What'd he say?
And it's not anything new, but just the way he said it.
What'd he say?
Was really, really it was really nice.
That being from that
you
bioanthropologist. What did he say?
You know, we've always said all skin folk ain't kinfolk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he just said, I would like to get us away from that humans culling themselves together because we look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though a person might look like you, I mean, I'm paraphrasing now, though a person might look like you, they may be, I mean, basically they could be your enemy. They may be against your interests. And somebody who doesn't look like you could be the very opposite of that person that's against you. They could be for your interest. So I thought that was very, very profound on what he, the way he said that. If you could back that up about 5 minutes.
I can tell you like it was yesterday, man. He was talking about polytoponisms.
Just before the polytoponisms.
Polytoponisms. He was saying that you could look like some. He said if you know how you go to Ghana and say, yeah, it look just like Greg. He said, no, it's not.
Right.
It's not that. Right. That's a mistake. Right. And he talks about like people in the Adamese Island. He's like, yo, they Africans. Nope. They don't got nothing to do with each other. That's what he basically saying. He breaking it down, bro. He giving it up. Yep. I'm saying I looked at this 14 years ago. Yo, it took me years to really grasp what he was saying. And I use him against y'all. That's how I beat y'all up with that.
Now he's not the best advocate to, he can't defeat. He's kind of don't get me wrong, he's most intelligent.
No, he's a bioanthropologist, yo.
But you know how
you know what that mean, yo?
He's super smart. But
that mean when I tell y'all the way you learn the population in the Nile Valley, yo, is through evolution, yo. That's what he do. And the two guys, like the guy right here with the kufi on his head, and the guy right there, they was doing everything they wanted to do. They was trying hard. What are you saying? What do you he hit you with it's more than one way to be African. Yo, he say, I'm telling you that he said he did a study 20 years, right? And he was saying that those Berbers that people thought they was descended from the Vandals. He was like, he said, no. See, no, they happened right there. He was right. Now the studies know that the Berbers are indigenous to North Africa.
Well, Street Sufi and myself, we've always said that. Matter of fact, 10 years ago, I had brought to him, I said, I think that when the Green Sahara was there, I didn't know it was called Green Sahara at that time, but I said when the Sahara became a desert, the peoples that was there, some went north and some went south. They were related, and we were talking about the Amazigh and the Tuareg as being a split of Bantu, but they genetically changed over thousands of years. Those below the Sahara and those north of the Sahara. Is that Amir coming in right there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Peace. Peace.
What's up, man? How y'all doing? Peace and love.
Chilling.
Late to the party, yo. We didn't went to the beginning of the Nile where the god Hapi dwells, and then came back.
Yeah. You know that's something that no one can prove of Dr. Ben findings. But the Egyptians did venerate an area near Aswan, and if you look that up, Aswan was very important to them. So if you ever go to you can go to Wiki and see how they looked at it in ancient times. They actually had a word for Aswan for the importance of what some of those believe a lot of their base roots stand from. So I don't know if he exaggerated that point from something that he heard from this, but if you go to Wiki and use the citation and look up Aswan and look at how important Aswan was to them. So I don't know if he got that from them when he said that, but Aswan was
He
actually
got it from
very
the
important.
Greeks. He got it from the Greeks. Ptolemy,
Oh yeah.
a Greek astronomer and geographer, yo, and he lived in Alexandria, yo, probably around 150 CE.
Right. So he
They
believed
talk
that.
about the White Nile originated snow covered mountains of the moon.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but do that come with do that stand by
Windsor,
people? You know.
huh?
I mean, in the sense of the base of the Nile, yeah. But when it comes to human populations, I mean, if we're gonna say,
No, I don't know about all that. I'm just
yeah,
saying. No. It's a place called the Mountains of the Moons, and the Greeks is the beginning of the Nile, right? He
yeah,
said they come from the beginning of the Nile.
right.
And that's you know what I mean? Where the god Hapi dwells, all that's mixed, but it was actually, Ptolemy.
I mean, but
Did
you
that.
know what was interesting though, Unc?
He definitely,
If we go back to
but I don't know
humanity,
about the people that's where the Nile started at. But go ahead.
no, but I'm gonna say if we go back to understanding evolution, not in the sense of people group that made up Egypt, but in the sense of Homo sapiens going back probably 80,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Homo sapiens started to drift from near East Africa and go into multiple directions, even before the Tyrians started to go north. The Tyrians making it to North Africa, further north until around 150,000 years ago. These African populations are diverging from one another from a single point in between Central Eastern Africa. So we know about Omo Man 1 and Omo Man 2 and Hetero Man. We know about Floresbad skull that they found in South Africa. And you know about Jebel Hood found in Morocco. But you only find a modern anatomically correct human when you really see us, the chin, the rectangular orbit around the eye socket. I think it was more square shape, the globular shape of the skull, um, the alveolar, in the sense of that facial alveolar was more when you see us, the modernity of Homo sapiens. Homo Man 1 went back 230,000 years. At first they said 200,000, but now 190,000, but now they went back 230,000 years further back in recent studies. So they do come from the base at a single point. And now if they saying it in that sense, yeah, but in the sense of the Egyptians, the people that made up Egypt, no, that wouldn't make sense.
No, I was just saying he didn't make up the point. He said the Egyptians said they came from the beginning of the Nile. He just was making the point. And actually, the beginning of the Nile is, the mountain of the moon.
And you know that it's
Different time periods, though, that buddy.
yeah, and it's two mountains. It's two, one in Uganda and one in Kenya, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Yeah. But yeah, Samantha Cat, my favorite. I don't think you agree with him, Batar, at all. You trying though? That was a good
Yeah,
one. You
yeah.
heard
What
him?
I was saying, I mean,
What'd he
he's
say?
very intelligent. Super
But
smart.
what's the butt? I'm gonna hit the butt.
But when you like the brother was trying to say, look, you're trying to get rid of diversity. You trying to make everybody kind of. And he was like, no.
Oh man.
But I mean, it was like his argument. I mean, no, he might have been trying to be nice, but
No, he wasn't. He was kicking it.
he was kicking it. But it wasn't smooth. But I mean, he
It
good.
was smart. You just weren't ready for it, yo. Let me give you another Samantha Kiata video. Look.
All right, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna let you in a minute.
Right. Angle to his face. He said because the Africans he had seen had this subnasal projection, but Campus was wrong. He didn't listen to the other Europeans who've been to other places and seen jet black people who have noble Aryan features and straight profiles. Okay, here's a person with a profile. Oh, and here's a representation of a person who also prognostic, who's got the stereotypical African trait, the Sphinx. Okay, here's another person. The Shilluk said to have European features. This is very typological in thinking because it assumes that a straight face, a certain architecture, has to be due to admixture. Could not have occurred by evolution on its own. This is wrong. This is wrong. You know, evolutionary factors as well as interactions with other people explain these things. Here's another Berber with so-called Bushman-like features. Here's another Berber. This guy is probably from Algeria in the region, in the Kabylia, as opposed to the other guy who's probably from Morocco. Okay, well, I'm done. I'm just having fun now. This I'm done. This is Beja. Thank you. You know, Beja from the Sudan, you know, Somali, Ethiopian Jew here. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he just proved your point there, Gozy.
Yeah, man.
He
All
just
those people, they all African. Yeah. They all Africans, man.
Well, you just killed them dead. Oh
Yeah.
man, the bio anthropologist, evolutionary anthropologist just killed them dead and proved you right.
Yeah, they all, yeah, the Africans got different
Funny.
looks.
Let's
That's
look,
real.
let's look back. Let's roll that footage back again. Let's see what I'm saying, what he's saying. Let's see what the expert is saying right here, man. Let's see. I want to look at this thing. Here you go. Let me go back a little bit far. Let y'all see what you see. Here we go.
This is wrong. This is wrong.
What's wrong? Let's see what's wrong. What they keep doing. Let's see what they
European
wrong.
features. This is very typological in thinking because it assumes that a straight face, a certain architecture, has to be due to admixture. Could not have occurred by evolution on its own. This is wrong. This is wrong. You know, evolutionary factors as well as interactions with other people explain these things. Here's another Berber with so-called Bushman-like features. Here's another Berber. This guy is probably from Algeria in the region, in the Kabylia, as opposed to the other guy who's probably from Morocco. Okay, well, I'm done. I'm just having fun now. I'm done. This is Beja. Thank you. You know, Beja from the Sudan, you know, Somali, Ethiopian Jew here. Okay, thank you.
Got him, yo. Joint ain't even filled up like that neither, yo. They all missed it, yo. So anyway, there you got it, yo. We back by science, yo. Been saying this from day one, yo. Go's been having this type of conversation for at least a good 15, 16 years, yo. And they throw tomatoes at you and they say you're crazy, bro. They say you're trying to stop the African, bro. They all say the same thing, right? But we got something special for y'all coming up, man. Y'all just get it together. We got something real special lined up. Not gonna tell you, but it's real special, right? And you know, I don't stop to I absolutely just bring the experts on to verify, right? We're gonna verify this. We want to know, can that person, that Berber, be an African, right? He said you're wrong. He is an African and don't need no mixing to be that African. Did he not say that, Gozy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And how long you been saying? You've been saying, man, look,
We've been saying it for a long time, man. Like shit, it's been about 16 years. I mean, it's not complicated if we accept, you know, the full story of humanity. Especially
look at Bantu power.
Yeah, especially if we want to say Africans were the first people on the
Bantu power.
planet.
He said you're wrong, Bantu power. He said you're wrong.
Well, Bantu power is looking at the studies. No, just not that, but he's also looking at the studies from a lot of the Amazigh and certain North Africans who have non-African. Yeah, but the non-African DNA has been there for so long, that's not enough to denounce them from being African. We have one layer of this genetic signature integration 23,000 years ago. We had another layer coming in 6,000 years ago. The European and the European farmers, early European farmers. I mean, this is a long time ago. And then you got the later additions come much later in AD time. So I mean, and then they mix them with the indigenous population that was there. But not to mention, You had Africans with unique aquiline or thin features. You found that in Gambel's cave in Ethiopia. So having a big nose and big lips doesn't make you full African, or if you don't have that, it don't make you less African. These phenotypes already exist on the continent, morphologically speaking. But when it comes to certain other groups and certain layers, like the Zuzana and the Anatolian farmers, they've been there for so long. So I
Damn.
mean, we can't say because 90 to 80% of the DNA is similar to populations south of the Sahara, what's being bannered as sub-Saharan, right? What's being bannered as sub-Saharan. North Africa has a unique cluster. Even the Eurasians that back migrated and mixed with the indigenous populations up there, they formed a unique cluster. That's why when you go to DNA tests like 23andMe, it'll tell an Egyptian that he's 99.9% or 90% North African or Egyptian, and it delineates from Middle East. Even though they have a taxon on it that says MENA, Middle East North African, if you look at the North African component on 23andMe, it's purple. The Middle East has another color. So even though they share affinities with populations in the Middle East, North Africans still form a unique cluster due to time and integration with the indigenous populations that they drift from, which forms a unique setting. So an Egyptian is an Egyptian, and an Amazigh is an Amazigh. Yes, a so-called Berber may share a lot of genetic signatures with Anatolian farmers, up to 45 to 60%. And then he also has the Ibero-Mauritian layer. So when you combine all that, it forms a unique cluster.
Says it right here. It said their genetic makeup. It says genetic evidence indicated the Berbers are closely related to North African populations. Their genetic makeup also show continuity with ancient populations from the region, such as the Caspian and Ebrian. How you say that?
The Capsian culture, and what's the other one?
And the one you just said, the Ibero-Mauritian.
Oh, Ibero-Mauritian. Stuff like that.
Yeah, Ibero-Mauritians. Yep, there you go. It goes
That's
on
it.
to say, although there has been some genetic admixture over time with Arabs, Europeans, and sub-Saharan Africans, the Berber population retained distinct indigenous African genetic signatures. How many times have you had to say that?
I just said it.
You say that shit a million times. Ain't nobody listening to you. Ain't nobody want to hear what you gotta say, yo.
No,
Nobody.
because they black
They
Islanders.
skinheads,
They
bro.
skinheads, man. I mean, it doesn't. If it ain't they skin, they don't grin.
It say the Berbers are unequivocally indigenous Africans with the rich and ancient history in North Africa. They have contributed significantly to the region's cultural, historical, and social development while maintaining a unique identity amidst the external influences. Man. And we got the sources here from Britannica, from Wikipedia. Oh, man.
Yeah, they definitely indigenous. I mean,
Yeah, they're indigenous,
I
bro.
mean, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't
Y'all
tell.
tripping.
I wouldn't tell a Tuareg or a Sahari Amazik that he's indigenous to Yoruba land. That's an insult. A Yoruba,
Real insult, ain't it?
a Yoruba is a Yoruba, and he has a history in his region of the continent. And the Amazik people has a history in a region of the continent. And then when you break up the Yoruba in layers, some layers of the Yoruba don't even come from down there. Because if you want to be technical, a lot of the Niger Congo speakers who come from Onanian groups, that layer comes from the Green Sahara. And it drift through the Sahel belt. And as it drift through the Sahel belt, it mixed with West African hunter-gatherers and other group populations that was down there. Then the Nook people started to come down there. And based off the millet finding, they know that the Nooks was connected with populations in the Sahel. So not even they are fully from that region. They're admixed too. But see, we look at black populations like black populations can't know. These black populations, what we classify, what we say is black, dark-skinned populations mixed with other dark-skinned populations in other portions and regions of what we label as sub-Saharan. I'm going to say super-Saharan, Africa, south of the Sahara. So some layers of these other groups who are dark-skinned were distinct from other groups, and they went down there and mixed.
Here you go. Look. Here you go. Look. See? Make it a little bit bigger for you. They say, no way. They are. Yeah, look. Here you go.
And it makes sense. If you look at
You
these,
see that though, right? See the picture, right?
yeah, those are the Amazigh, the Kabali region. If you look how far north they are towards that region of Algeria north, they closer to the Mediterranean, far north. And if you look at the skin map, it only makes sense that they look like this.
Killing them. Look, indigenous. Y'all don't want the man just spoke on it. So you can handle it or you can't. At this point, I don't even care. I'm tired of the baby food, y'all, long enough, yo. Get with it. You feel me? Yeah, we
Yeah,
baby food, and it's time to eat some real meat here, man. It's time to expand and broaden your horizons of what you think African is. All right. And you know what? They have a great example. You know what get me the most about
what's that?
African Americans is we have the greatest example known to mankind. That's us.
Absolutely.
Look at the range of African Americans.
I mean, the African American Creole, he come from multiple regions from Western Central Africa. I'm talking about he comes from Ghana, Sierra Leone, Nigeria. Some people got Senegalese in them, all blended in one. And those people went to their own distinct drifts within their unique setting. This is part of the African diversity. You come from different populations in these regions of Western Central Africa. Then you have the integration of Northwestern European, whether it's British, Irish, some people got French or whatever, or Mediterranean Spanish, whatever. Bottom line, when you study the European history, they come three in one. You break that down in layers. You're talking about the Yamnaya, which is the Indo-European pastoralists, the Anatolian farmers that came from the Middle East, and the old Mesolithic European hunter-gatherers who were close to the West Asian hunter-gatherers, who was close at base to what drifted into North Africa in the earliest phase of Zuzana, because the population diverged 26,000 years ago from the Middle East before going into Europe, causing bottlenecks on the earlier population that used to be up there. And there's a lot of history to Europe. So when you go deep into your European genes, you find an interesting story. Then you merge that with populations who never left from south of the Sahara, from the continent, but they have older signatures that represent base populations of humans, of Homo sapiens, a base stratum of it. Because when you look at these sub-Saharans, or what we classify as that, they got old ghost population genes. Those ghost population genes in the Yoruba is at 13%, and the Mandinka is at 19%. That represents basal Homo sapiens, something that was close to Jebel Irhoud that was found in Morocco. So we have a very unique story in our experience that we've been through over here that created a whole nother type of mentality. We represent the fighting African with exterior African culture.
Which is more so are sub-Saharan Africans and North Africans indigenous, and which is more, watch this, and which is more indigenous. Let's see something. So y'all got this going, and which is more indigenous. Yeah, we know we can get this right. Get it right there, Gozy. Get him on the screen. Crazy how you spit it right out with the thing.
My brother asked me about my people, the Puleur. The Fulani are mainly 60% to 70% West African. 30 to 28%, according to some studies, comes from Amazigh people that had Mediterranean DNA, and the Iberomaurusian set and merged. That's why we got a specific lactase consistent gene while we're able to drink milk. And that LCT gene matches up with populations that's of European descent. Why is that? Because those Anatolian farmers who we spoke of, they were in the continent. So the population in the Sahel belt, most of them have a higher percentage of that than people deeper in sub-Saharan zones. So 30 to 20%, depending on, because the Fulani, it ranges in numbers based off where they at. So if you in the further north of Senegal, when the Pula starts, you'll find a higher percentage of that layer. But when you go drip down, because some people get absorbed in Fulani culture. So if you go further down, because the Fulani stretch from Senegal all the way through Sudan. So by the time you go further down, those numbers can increase and decrease with this European genetic signature or this early Eurasian Mediterranean signature. But that Mediterranean signature is something that's old. It came from the Anatolian farmers that drifted in, that crossed through Gibraltar, went through Morocco, mixed with the indigenous population there, and then went further down and fickled down with populations before they hit the edge of south of the Green Sahara. Then they started mixing with the populations of the pre-Pula near the Sahel belt. And the pre-Pula of Fulani were close to the earlier layer on the sub-Saharan side is closer to Wolof. Wolof and Fulani is basically the same. And the bridge is a Sadir. So, I mean, if you know that, you should understand what's going on with the Pula or the people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So here's y'all answer. It say the concept of being more indigenous. First of all, I said sub-Saharan Africans and North Africans. Are they indigenous Africans? It say both sub-Saharan Africans and North Africans are indigenous to the African continent, each with deep-rooted histories and culture that have developed over millennium. All right, go right there. It say the concept of being more indigenous is not applicable, as both sub-Saharan African and North African populations are native to their respective regions within Africa. Each group has a distinct historical trajectory and cultural developments that contribute to the continent's rich diversity. It's important to recognize that Africa's vastness has led to a multitude of indigenous identities, each with unique contributions to the continent's heritage. Therefore, comparing the indigeneity of different African populations does not yield meaningful distinctions, as all are integral to Africa's historical and cultural fabric. Boy, I tell you. Okay. Then the question was, which group does the Egyptians fit in? All right. It said the ancient Egyptians are indigenous to North Africa, specifically northeastern region along the Nile. Their civilization, which began 3,100 BCE, developed in areas and was influenced by interaction with neighboring regions, including Near East and Sub-Saharan Africa. Genetic studies indicate that the ancient Egyptians had a complex ancestry with significant connections to Near Eastern populations, right? It goes on, 2017 study analyzed DNA for mummies from northern Egypt, found ancient Egyptians share more genetic affinities with Near Easterns than with modern Sub-Saharan Africans. The study also noted that increased Sub-Saharan African ancestry in modern Egyptians compared to ancient ones suggests that more recent gene flow from Sub-Saharan Africa. It's important to recognize the ancient Egyptian geographical location asphyxiated interactions with various populations, leading to a diverse genetic cultural heritage. Therefore, while ancient Egyptians are classified as North Africans, their civilization was a melting pot of influences from both Africa and the Near East. And we're going to have somebody come and actually talk about all that right there. We're going to get all into that right there.
Yeah, that's definitely important
Yeah,
because
we're gonna get deep. We're gonna get deep. We're gonna get deep all the way into it. You know what's funny though, yo? Maybe for the last year and a half, bro, we've been trying to get people to get out of that racism on what an African was or what an African is. We was trying to get y'all mind ready for when we brought these experts on here to really describe that. You ain't looking at the experts saying, "Oh man, really?" Right? So just trying to get your mind wrapped around that, you know, the big lips, the whole big lips and peppercorn hair thing is just one is just one way an African can look. Okay, simple as that. So I think it's important for us to understand that Africans range, and Africa is a vast place. You talk like 2 United States can fit in the Sahara. All right, vast place. Nile River, the longest river on planet Earth, vast distance. All right, 4,120 miles. Go ahead.
Now, I want to do a show, man, if we can deal with climate, right? And I like to do a show with you talking about North Africa, 40,000 years ago. And when we talk about the ice ages in Europe and the drought in North Africa, and why some of these hunter gatherers found refugium in certain spots in North Africa, it'd be important for them to understand what's going on with people, the people groups, and the situation that's occurring. And to the brother who said, yes, the Puleur du Fulani, even all the way to Putatoro, of course, they have that recent LCT gene. It only happened 1,000 years ago. The Puleur du Fulani is an ethnic group, not the people that make them up. The people that make them up has always drifted from the south of the Sahel, from north of the Sahel or south of the Green Sahara. But the ethnic group is new, just like Yoruba. Yoruba only go back probably 2,300 years, if that, as an ethnic group. These ethnic groups are new. So yes, the LCT gene that they received from wandering Amazic that came down, they gave that to them as they mixed with those populations. But majority of the Puleur genetics is sub-Saharan, ranging from 70%, and in some cases even up to high 80%. So they're still mainly indigenous to what could be classified as a so-called black people, if you guys see it that way. I'm gonna say indigenous to those portions of the continent that they come from.
Man, I want to close out with that, man. Appreciate y'all all sliding through, man. That was powerful, Gozy. You know how we do around here, man. We do our thing, right? We do it the way we supposed to do it, man. And I appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate you, Amir, man. Appreciate the talent, yo, that you offer to the community, man. Appreciate everybody who's in the chat, man. Hit the Cash App, man. Join the channel, man. Let me drop the join the channel link, man. Y'all gotta join the channel, man. Stop playing.
For sure.
All right, we're gonna start getting them early videos for y'all too. For anybody that want to really get it right. Right, there's 2 categories right here. Y'all can join, man. Go ahead and get the green glow. Get the green glow. Man, go ahead and join the channel and get the green glow. What's up, Toby? What's up?
Not much, man. I heard you were, exiting out, and I wanted to make a message.
What's the message?
Man, the message is that Colossians 1:20, having made peace by the blood of his cross, by him to reconcile all things, I say, whether they be heaven or in earth. He loves everybody unconditionally. He paid for everybody. Just believe it. Walk one step in faith every day.
All right, that's your message. I'm gonna give you that, brother. I'm gonna let you have that.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you, Toby. Absolutely, man. Maybe somebody received that, bro. Keep rolling, man.
Man, I missed the show, man. This is a great show. Peace and power to you, brother Unc, and I appreciate you for allowing me to come on. And I can't wait to that day when the audience see the surprise that we got coming.
Ooh,
man, yeah, I'm gonna say, Alhamdulillah, mashallah. It's gonna be cracking, wallahi.
Hey, that's the link to join the channel, man. Join the channel, 2 levels there, man. Y'all get some content, man, for everybody else, man. We rocking like that, man. Appreciate everybody came through. Appreciate you stopping through with that message there, Toby, yo. We ain't tripping over here, man. Toby thought he slipped something in, didn't he, Amir?
Yeah. He did. He got a voice too.
Everybody got a voice, man. We ain't tripping at all, bro. Like you, come on, man. Believe it, say it the way you said. It's all good, man. Tell you what, though, the evolution is right there. We need to be, man. Hit the links, like and subscribe, get the likes up, man. Keep the channel growing, man. Man, tell a friend, tell your friends, man. Go ahead and subscribe to that, man. Subscribe to the channels, man. Serial Killers, man. Community Skeptics, man. Make sure Sunday me check out the Sunday show. 3 the hallway, man. You know we all here, man, doing it like we like to do it, man. And y'all know what it is, man.
Bobby Banger from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save. But back in the hood, he felt like a runaway slave. Started an army, not of guns but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer. Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds, never the same. God killer Bobby Banger on his path for the truth, empower the people.
And with that, we out.